Okay, I think we should be live. I have no way to tell anymore. If everyone will just bear with me. Hi, Andre. Second time here. I'm glad you could join us. Today we are doing Rage Forest. Let me just make sure take a look at the teams and away we'll go. Red, orange, yellow, and teal. Red, orange, yellow, and teal. We'll call these guys Team West. Bear with me as I type in the names of the teams. I think we have some good ones today. I just have a feeling. Hi, Brian. I saw your comment. I hope you're recovering. Hope you are feeling well. Let me know. I'm going to lower the volume just like yesterday, just in case there's any big old battles here. Yeah, we'll wait a few more seconds. We will and then start and give people a chance to join. We're doing Rage Forest today. Yeah, let's get the party rolling. We've got Team West here. As you can see, the telltale bushes here tell us that Red Somero is playing the Gurjaras, and teal Matt playing as the Franks, a player we have not seen yet, Darvoy Incas, and in yellow Avion as the Khmer Kamai, however you want to pronounce it. Give me 1 second, just setting something up on my phone so I can see the chat comments. Andre, welcome. Brian, welcome. Everyone, welcome. Feel free to drop a comment. Tell me good things, bad things, doesn't really matter. Just come say hello. Valis as the Turks this time. His teammate Kelar as the Mayans. In gray, Gurki as the Ethiopians. And in purple, Cool Cat as the Japanese. So a few new players here that we haven't really seen before. Now remember, this is an unranked or ranked ladder match. High elo, generally above 2,000. Although I think once in a while there will be a player here with 1,800, 1,900, but ultimately pretty high elo players, especially when you get into players like Valis. And let's see what's going on. The map has basically to the north only one real avenue of attack. In the middle of a map, there's a big old corridor here that splits off into 2 pieces in the west, and then splits off into 1, 2, 3 pieces, rather to the east. Sorry, guys. 2 pieces to the east, and then 1, 2, 3 corridors to the west. Green, purple, and red, though, deciding between themselves, okay? We're not even going to try to fight here. We'll just take a bit of a middle-of-the-road approach, put a lumber camp, and if anything need be, we have villagers in the area. Red, though, with the Camel Scout exploring. Let's see, to the north, green has managed to get a very aggressive wall off. Not a don't hate this at all. Does manage to get 2 of the boars. Yellow, though, moving forward with an outpost. We'll be able to see all of this. The question is, what will he do? Does he even care? Oh, let's get this on the resource count. And yeah, if you're new here, if this is the first cast, not Brian. Brian, you've been with us for a while. Andre, this is your second time here. But if it's your first time here, this is a ladder match. This isn't a tournament or any kind of contest between the players. This is just 8 people hanging out together on a, Saturday afternoon, Sunday morning, whatever time it is. I forget exactly when this game was played, a few days ago. Just playing some Black Forest, playing some Rage Forest, trying to kill each other, trying to get their elos up if it's ranked, or just trying to have some fun if it's unranked. Gray pushing into the middle here, but teal slowly making his way over as well. Let's see where these players... There's a juicy 2,000 food of wild boar here. Gray deciding to forgo, instead taking a safer approach. The wolf will attack. The wolf will pounce. Villager very hurt. Oh, a little bit too slow. The villager will be... Oh, what an absolute sour loss here for Gray. All that he wanted to do was wall this off. 1, 2 wall offs to remain incomplete, and so he's gonna have to send a villager. Oh no, all the way here to the villager, all the way. over again just because he did not notice this wolf, although the wolf finally was killed by this scout cav. Yellow was pushing in for a while, now has decided not to. Okay. Wall off here. Purple and teal deciding, you know what, create a bit of a no man's land here, a bit of a DMZ, so that neither player really butting heads with the other. Okay, you don't really see this very often in Rage Forest / Black Forest. Villager making his way halfway, stops, footsteps in the snow, no doubt following the footsteps of the villager that came before. Teal pinging here. Oh, he lost the semifinals. Does that mean he's out? How do these semifinals work, by the way, for Nilly's Apartment Cup? Is it a elimination, or is it like a I honestly don't know. I just enjoy watching the game so much. You guys know me, I focus so much on the battles and on the certain aspects of this game, sometimes to the detriment of other parts of the game. So I'll focus very much on a wolf attacking a villager like this guy, caged up, although I will focus on some Beastmaster mode here by Valis, getting 3 boars to his base. Blue attempting to do the same thing, although the villager very weak, needs to be very careful, does Kellar. Eagle Scout not exactly running optimal interference for now, needs to catch up to the villager, otherwise the villager might take a boar tusk to the face. Teal again pinging over here. I don't know why he's trying to insert himself into here. There's nothing here, and he's managed to get these 6 wild boars. So why are you making an issue of this eastern portion of the map? Lights going up all over the map. Camel Rider comes in, tries to get... Oh, it's elimination? Okay. Oh, that's unfortunate. Although good for Leary. A lot of people... Leary doesn't play a lot of ranked ladder matches compared to the other players. So I'm always excited to watch games. Let me know when that game was... When that's... Oh my god, that's so sour. Gray losing villagers to wildlife, losing villagers to boar. Attack the... block the boar, block the boar. Okay, doing a good job. Okay, Gurky losing 2 villagers to wildlife, but still managing to get this boar. Not a bad move at the end of the day, but DMZ going down here. Teal building a house. Okay, they did bust through. Again, not too sure what the rush was to bust through in here, especially if you're not taking these boars. I don't know what the hell he was rushing in here for. In any event, a house going up here, a house going up there. He wants spotting houses. He wants to be able to have map vision and see exactly what is going on the map. Team West, all 4 rushing up to Feudal. Team East, only 1 in Feudal right now, 3 more rushing up. So in the next minute or so, everyone will be up in Feudal. And we'll see whether stone walls get built. We'll see what happens. For now, though, the standard Black Forest wall off continuing here. Yellow again trying to bust his way into green space, but I ask to what end? You've got 3 villagers here. Does he want to build a wall off further in? 1 villager should be able to repair. Oh man, Avion hits Feudal. Avion immediately plops down a tower. Oh man, he really wants to get into here, but again, I ask as the Khmer, to what end? Oh, now the tower's coming under attack. This villager will be, in theory, be able to poke and prod. Andre, I think it's Nilly's Apartment Cup, the NAC, that Brian is talking about. Although, Brian, let me know. I'm like 99% sure it is. Look at this. This villager managing to find herself a corner. In theory, can continue attacking the tower forever and ever and ever, because as we know, if you've watched my streams, my videos, my lives, etc., pro players do not get, or rather high elo players absolutely do not get murder holes. And so in theory, this villager should be able to pick and poke and prod all 4 members of Team West going up to castle, 3 members of Team East. Who's fallen behind here? Cool Cat, what are your resources? Okay, he's 50 gold, basically 50 food away from going up as well. Has been focused primarily on walling off this portion of the base. Sold food for gold, which tells me he's about to click up to Imperial to castle any second now, expanding his naval fishing industry. 1, 2, 3 lakes, 4 lakes. Okay, so 2 lakes per team. And now let's see. We've entered the 15-minute mark of the game. Usually for the next 5 to 10 minutes, the players continue establishing their bases, poking and prodding at each other's defenses. Somebody rushes up to castle so they can get an onager out. Okay, right as I say that. Oh, man, right as I say that, Avion plops down a siege workshop. Another siege workshop for red also. But green doesn't give a shite about your mangonel, is building a castle. What does Valus's resources look like? He's got 400 gold, so he can start pumping out a good number of Janissaries out. Oh, the final is tomorrow. Okay. Well, I'm going to say spoiler alert in case anyone doesn't want to know what happens, but yeah, I generally watch either... I mean, Nilly's Twitch is very entertaining. Memb also is... the casting is top-notch of the NAC. So far, it's been a lot of fun. I mean, I haven't caught all the games. Believe me, when I have some downtime, I will absolutely catch these games. Oh, is the outpost coming under attack? No, the wall. Okay, red trying to bust through here. Valus trying to bust through here. Nobody gives a shite about the middle position here as well. So we've got basically 2 middle corridors that no one really cares about. Mangonel moving forward as well, gets a villager kill. And now let's see how yellow manages to respond. Built a scorpion, not exactly the unit you want against the castle full of Janissaries. And in comes Valus, says, okay, I see your siege range. Oh my god, siege range. I see your siege workshop. I see the flags. I know there's something in there. I have no clue what it is. I am unbothered by that. I don't care. Let me move forward with my big old chunky, heavy-hitting Janissaries. Although chunky in the sense of their attack, not so much in their HP. Only 44 HP on them. Reveals his scorpions. Does Avion. Unfortunately for him, they miss. Okay, he's got knights out. Just needs to get more. Redemption being researched for our red Gurjara. Let's see how many monks he has. 2 monks on the field, so he can convert buildings, he can convert siege. Always a fantastic upgrade to get in Black Forest when people generally clog up their bases with buildings and such. Can try to convert this siege workshop now, which is exactly what he's doing. Let's see if purple notices. Purple does notice. Purple immediately deletes for himself. How many monks does he have? 1 monk. He's getting sanctity. Okay, where's that monk? Because his HP is about to jump from 30 to 45. Although he'll come out right into the face of a camel rider with no attack boost against monks. But the elephant very slowly plodding forward. 45 HP. Valus continuing to move forward. How many Janissaries? 11 Janissaries. Valus's entire team has 13 army supply. Of that, 12 is coming from him. So an absolute, oh god, 3 for 1 shot here. Which one? The yellow tower or... That's what I'm saying. Black Forest is a very... Oh god, the monk took a mangonel shot and didn't die? Okay, attack ground now. The placement of towers and walls is very funny. I casted a game today that's going to be posted early next week where you'll see. I want to understand the psychology of these wall offs, because part of me thinks that they're... It really does give players a false sense of security. I mean, look at yellow. Thought he was walled off. He had a tower, building the standard siege workshop, and then Valus just busts his way in with a castle. He is not prepared at all. Yellow, he's got no army left. These Janissaries have killed basically everything he could put up against him. 11 kills is more than the entire army supply of his team put together. So I really do want to understand sometimes the psychology of these wall offs. I think it gives people a very false sense of security, and then players generally, sometimes, I shouldn't say generally, sometimes the players will start falling behind. Valus, 17 Janissaries is basically the entire army supply, meaning purple has no army, gray has no army, blue has no army. What the hell are they doing? There's a siege elephant. Now it's an armored elephant. rather is an armored elephant, sorry, a mangonel more and more. I mean, Cool Cat doing the right thing here, right? I mean, going monks against elephants. The problem is there's a big old mangonel, and now Teal inserting himself in with 10 villagers. Let's take a look at his stone count. He's 100 stone away. Buys the stone. Take a look at the left side of our screen, quote unquote, balances his economy, and now builds a castle with the town center in sight. So Purple now very much in trouble. His teammate. Oh, I love when they do this. I love when players do this. Just about to spark up. Well, you're gonna have a nice elevated experience because we've got about 2 to 3 hours of gameplay, and you joined right nice and early. Yeah, Brian, I think that really is, in my, from what I can decide, unless it's to go for these kind of juicy resources that are all over the map, like the boars, like gold, that's the, you know, like the stone pile, for example. I think what you're saying is probably the only other legitimate reason for these to invest so heavily into walling off, because otherwise I just can't see the point of spending so much time and energy and resources into something that 15 minutes later is just going to be destroyed. Darvoy playing a bit of Sim City here with not fewer than 1, 2, 3, 4 wall offs. The problem for him is Janissaries are knocking down his front door. He does not have an army. The good news for Team West is that Yellow has been left alone. But again, no army, lots of false sense. Oh man. Okay. Team West pushing in. We're 26 minutes into the game. Is anyone in Imperial? No. Darvoy under attack by these, how many Janissaries? 24 Janissaries. Chooses this exact moment to go up. I mean, the Incas have a pretty good elite skirmisher, right? So if he goes up to Imperial, maybe he'll start pumping those out. For now, though, what do we have here? Throwing Axemen. Army supplies starting to count as they do from the 25-minute mark to the 35-minute mark of these games. Yellow pinging over here saying, hey, we need to get rid of this. Orange saying, hey, what the hell do you want me to do? I am under siege here by a bunch of Janissaries. I'm getting my castle up, and it should be able to poke and prod at some of these Janissaries if Valis doesn't notice, right? I mean, he doesn't have vision. Now he has vision when they're firing on his face. Oh, he's losing way too many of these. Reaction time, great, but not great enough. Does get knocked down to 21, and now our first Imperial is blue. Our Mayan. Let's see what kind of upgrades. Onager upgrade, economic upgrades, forging upgrades. Green and blue here massively pushing in. Yellow completely defenseless, still has no army. I don't understand it. Okay, I mean, purple's been dislodged. It looks like Team West is doing a good job here to the south, and again we find ourselves in a situation where one team is poking in through the south, the opposite team is poking in through the north. Although Yellow in a much better position than Purple. Purple's completely lost control of his base. There is no more base here at all for Team East. And I suspect in a few minutes the same will be true here. What are we getting here? Lead Eagle Warrior. Once Trebs come out, Yellow with no army is going to absolutely die. What are his resources? 600 gold. He is starting to pump out one of the most annoying units in the game. I am, of course, talking about the Ballista Elephant. My goodness, is it annoying, but this many Janissaries are more than enough to take on that many Ballista Elephants, especially now that the elite Eagles are flowing in. And like I said, false sense of security, because now that everyone's in Imperial, or people are in Imperial, this map becomes Arabia. And now a few onager shots more, and the Orange is about to be swarmed. However, he's got slingers. Remember, they get a nice big juicy attack bonus against infantry. Plus 10. Teal, my goodness, using that Frankish castle discount to build 4 castles here. supported by a whole bunch of monks. But now blue is inside orange's base. Slingers are here, but there's only 13 of them. How many on the front lines? Very few on the front lines. These eagles should swarm. Arbalest, not exactly the best unit against a eagle with 8 pierce armor. Might want to switch up that tech. Oh, right as he gets handcart, those eagles insert themselves into his base. But doesn't look like they care too much. Looks like they just want to cause a bit of trouble. Orange pinging here to the south, telling his teammate, hey, Teal, get ready. There's a bunch of eagles heading your way, and your entire army is here. Okay, Janissaries against Ballista Elephants. Let's see how they do. Not a matchup we see normally, although with some good attack rounds, they are doing quite well. Numbers-wise, they obviously have a massive advantage. And now Yellow is in trouble. These are his only 2 Ballista Elephants. He no longer has gold. Does he have any Trebs? Absolutely not. He's got no army. You know, because why at the 30-minute mark would you need an army at all in a game that's based on armies killing each other? Teal walling himself off. Brilliant move here. Unfortunately, does the... Oh, is this closed? Yeah, it's closed. Unfortunately for him, this basically means that Orange has no support now. Where is Blue Zonager? It's still here. If it makes its way south, that wall off is meaningless. But at the same time, our Frank is pushing in. Red Samaro, after an initial push, after initially busting in through Purple's base, he's taking a bit of a breather. He's taking a very relaxing vacation, resting on the laurels of a few Shravamsha riders and a bunch of monks. Let's see how long Yellow can hold on here. My guess is not very long at all. I am shocked that Valis has the 3rd lowest score on his team. Okay, Janissaries, I mean, look at this. What an absolutely annoying unit. You've got 27 Janissaries can't even one-shot that elephant. I mean, what other unit in the game is there besides siege units possibly that can take 27 Janissary shots to the face and stand tall? I don't know, but very many. What are you researching here? Elite Shravamsha riders. How many Shravamshas does he have? 7, 14 more on the production tab. Not too sure Shravamshas are the way to go when you're about to face Ethiopian halberdiers. Yeah, those halberdiers should be able to absolutely wreck those Shravamshas. It looks like somebody's clearing a path here of trees, but Purple, noticing it, immediately walls it up. Oh god. And all the Trebs from our Frank, at least on the front lines, are gone. 3 more behind here. Let's go back to Valis. He has now pushed himself into Yellow's base, and Yellow is dead. Yellow has carved himself. Remember, Ballista Elephants can carve through forests. They are the only unit, not a siege unit, that can do that. Which means in Castle Age, they're the only, if not, or rather one of the only, I think, units that can carve their way through a forest, and that is exactly what Yellow has done. He has escaped. What an absolute hilarious move here by Yellow, carving himself a nice little path, exposing Orange to another avenue of attack, but he doesn't care. Why is Red still attacking this? Not too sure. He wants to get rid of, I guess, the walls, the vision. Who knows? Maybe he just forgot to micro that unit, but the Ethiopian has to retreat now. Shravamshas are one thing. Throwing axemen are absolutely going to decimate these halberdiers. This is now the 3rd or 4th game where we've casted a Ethiopian who's not producing Shotel warriors. Instead, the Shravamshas pivot north. They are taking on Elite Eagle warriors. Okay, we'll see how that turns out for him. A big body of warriors moving forward, though. 39 of them. No doubt they want some Shravamsha blood. Let's see if the 2 parties engage into each other. Absolute bloodbath if they do. Come on, let's see it. Oh, the Shravamshas run away and they're 1.76 speed. Okay, never mind. The tango continues here. I think Elite Eagle Warriors should take this, no? Especially Mayan ones with an extra 40 HP. Oh god, the Shravamshas are melting. Oh, what an overestimation here by Red. How many eagles are left? 27. I think the throwing axemen killed more than the Shravamshas, but slingers again. Red pinging here. Why is he pinging here? There is no red army here at all. Monks, Shravamshas. This is a lot of monks out of our Gurjara. 11 monks in total. Our Frank going full balls to the wall, throwing axemen, going up to 75 of them. Let's see what kind of damage they do. Remember, they do get, I think a small attack bonus against buildings, right? Yeah, +2. So you mass enough of them, and they can absolutely ram anything they want down. Blue is so cocky. Absolutely cocky that he can finish this game now that he has tried to build 3 barracks here. Yellow retreating, going up to 4 town centers. One very much in the back here, taking the resources of his teammate. The problem is orange has literally nothing. He's got 28 slingers and 12 arbalests. These are now should be elite, attacking on a 22. How many of them are there? Oh my god, guys, my clicking skills. 50 elite janissaries. Slingers tanking while the arbalests one-shot the janissaries. Okay, that's not bad. Loses 12 janissaries for a few slingers. Also not terrible, but in come the Ethiopian. Remember, they have the fastest firing foot archers in the game with that extra 18% speed. So they should be able to decimate all of these throwing axemen if they just move back. I mean, use your range. You've got 6 range compared to your teammates, your opponent's 5. I guess he researched the bearded axe, and now we've got the siege elephant upgrade being researched for our Gurjara. I mean, orange is surprisingly holding the line. I wonder if that's because he's actually doing a good job. I wonder if it's because of these Shrivamsha reinforcements, or I wonder if just because Valis took a minute to kill yellow. But now the pressure is back. Let's see, these Shrivamsha should be able to dodge a good number of these Janissary shots. 32 of them, but come on, you've got what, 10 of them, 8 of them here? Oh, why are you taking on eagles? Okay, here we go. Let's see it. Let's see the dodge mechanic here of these Shrivamsha. Should be pretty damn good. Especially with these Incan arbalests to support. Valis has to retreat. He is being overwhelmed by that adorably annoying dodge mechanic. They can produce every 3 seconds first. I know, the Shotel is fantastic. That's what I'm saying. I'm surprised that this is the 3rd or 4th game we're casting together live. Even more fresh Shrivamshas. Valis is pushed back. My god, orange together with red, while teal continues to push in. But yeah, 3-4 games already. Haven't seen a single Shotel warrior. They attack so powerfully, these throwing axemen, taking their time. Oh man. Am I the only one surprised by the outcome of this game? Am I the only one surprised that Team East quit? I mean, yeah, Valis has lost his army, but take a look at his resources. He is rich as creosote. Or what is it? Creosis? Creosis? Rich as who is that? Who is that super wealthy expression in Greek? But I mean, okay, let's try to sum up before I start stuttering myself to death. Valis here lost his army down to 18 Janissaries from 50 plus, but he's got 3 castles here, and Orange has no siege. So Orange's push is naturally limited here. There's nothing he can do. These Shrivamshas are not going to be able to kill 3 castles. These Arbalests are not going to be able to do anything. Oh, he's doing he's doing a moonwalk. No eagles to support. Where are they? Where are all these 20 eagles? They are pushing south. So Valis here on his own, but again, 3 castles. Not much that these Shrivamshas and Arbalests are going to do against castles. Yeah, whatever. They'll knock down a siege workshop. Not the end of the world. You've displaced yellow. You can take his gold. Blue is definitely helping himself to some gold. I guess because they lost purple's base and now they lost gray's base, I think maybe they realized they were compressed into 1/3 of the map compared to the 2/3 of their opponents. And as always in Age of Empires, the team that kind of sprawls out more, or the player even on a 1v1 that sprawls out more, dictates, you know, control of the map, is generally the player that wins. But wow, okay, a fun first game. I was not expecting. I'm going to rewind for a second. I want to see who's the first to give up. Oh, are there, yeah. Did he already do Yasama? The towers? Where's our Japanese? Does he even have any towers? I mean, he's got a bunch of, I don't think he even has towers. He's got enough. He barely has enough stone for a tower. But let's. I want to see who quit first here for Team East. Gonna keep an eye on the right side of our map here for a second. Yeah, Valis quit first. I mean, the only explanation I can think of, look, there's a wall going down, or maybe there was before. The only explanation I can think of is that Team West just pushed in too far to the south here. And now Blue, what's Blue got? Look at the army supply, though, 2-1. Okay, I see why Team West. After a brief review of the, the replay, let's say, I see why Team West won this game. So we've got Rage Forest 1, Rage Forest 2. Ganji's back. Let's see what he's oh, and okay, you meant when he can get rolling. So yellow, green, red, and purple. Yellow, green, red, and purple. Definitely Team West. Why did it restart the names? Sorry guys, give me a sec. Buddy. All right. Let's get the ball rolling here. Let's take a look at Team West. In green, Rono as the Teutons. Target as the Lithuanians. We saw him play yesterday. Shulk as the Britons. And as the Slavs, Double ZX did a good job last night when we cast a game of his as well. Ooh, Dr. Cosmonaut. I haven't seen this player in a while. I think he's a player from Turkey. Don't quote me on this, but I think he's a player from Turkey who is quite good. I don't want to jinx it for his team. I don't know how this game ends, how well he does, but Cosmonaut is a pretty damn good player from what I remember. Playing as the Cuman's a good civ to have, especially when wall-offs in the early game happen. Remember, the Cuman team bonus gives your Palisades 33% more oomph. Benzai 10 as the Grey Bulgarians. Buddy as the Byzantines in blue. And Ganji as the Malians. Okay. So as usual, we start the game with the confusing fracas, the confusing fight of teammates supporting villagers, supporting scout cavalry as somebody tries to build a wall off somewhere. Oh man, what an absolute ugly map. I mean, look, it starts like Hideout, but then you zoom out and you see these little inlets of attack. You've got one to the north here. In the center, you've got 1, 2, and a big old clearing here with a lot of another 2,000 boar, another 3,200 gold. And then you've got this weird, bizarre, ugly open space here between Cosmonaut and Double ZX. I don't know how you even start walling this kind of thing off. Okay, guys, I think we got ourselves it's going to be a nice, messy game. I'm predicting, like I always say, in Black Forest, Rage Forest, whatever, the messier the map, the messier the game, because this is going to be very hard for either team to wall off. I think Gray is going to have to help his teammate a lot here instead of doing whatever the hell he's doing here, which is protecting himself by walling off this section. I'll take a look. If Green wanted to, it's send an army. Look at this. Look at this big open space where he can just send an army and literally reach gray, teal, and blue if he wanted to, and even orange. Wow. Okay. I think this is going to be a fun one. Boars dying everywhere. Oh, yeah. I agree, Brian. I mean, in the case of the Goths, you know they don't get stone walls because the developers basically wanted them to spam all the livelong day. The Cumans, I guess, are kind of the same with that steppe husbandry, where they can start producing. It's kind of like perfusion, I guess, where you can just start producing all those light cav and hussars and steppe lancers. I think even cav archers, or I might be wrong about that, just twice as fast. I guess when they want you to be a spam civilization, the developers really want to limit your options at defense. Whereas like teams like the Mayans, which we saw last game but not this game, you get walls that are 50% cheaper. The Chinese can get their walls 30% thicker. You know, civs like that are naturally the developers show us, I guess, that they want them to be more defensive. But look at this purple playing Arabia here, walling off as basically as close or as far as he feels comfortable. The Byzantines are one of the worst civs, really? According to Spirit of the Law? Interesting. I wonder why. I don't know that I necessarily agree. Maybe just because of their team bonus. I don't know that I necessarily agree with that. I mean, the Byzantines can pack a punch. And these kinds of games, if the players don't have trade, you very much have to rely on trash units. Oh, man, a 5-bore pull that I missed. Sorry, guys. If you're relying on trash, you want the Byzantines on your team. Right? Am I crazy for saying that? Oh, no, it does lose control of the 5th bore. Or rather, 4th bore. Where I guess no, the other one melted away, but Snow Leopard being walled off here. I wonder why he said that the Byzantines. I guess just I don't know if he was ranking team bonuses. I think the Byzantine. Let me look at my notes. The Byzantines monks heal 100% faster. That's a pretty good team bonus. I mean, it's no Chinese with the beefier. With the beefier farms, it's no Cumans with the walls that come with, instead of 150 HP, should come with 200 HP, as you see here. But faster healing monks are pretty damn good. So yeah, it's very interesting to me. Let's see what is going on here. 5 bores being pulled here. Like I said yesterday, I don't know that this is necessarily the most efficient way to take these bores. Red pinging his teammates over here, saying, hey, bro, finish your damn wall off. I don't want to micro this scout all the live long day. Orange and gray have to get out of here. What's the HP on these scouts, by the way? Okay, so red and purple have the higher HP and a villager, so they can definitely take this fight. Not sure why the villager got his pickaxe out and is now going back south again. Complete the wall off. Green going to see the Snow Leopard in the zoo enclosure, has walled himself off here with blue. So Ganji and Rono have decided to mutually... Oh. Right, as I say that, Ganji starts getting boar pulls. In terms of performance, I wonder. I don't know. Take this with a grain of salt, because obviously, if I'm going to say something that contradicts the Spirit of the Law, his video analysis is like top notch. But I wonder how much these Civ statistics actually matter. You know, a lot of people online, especially, I've said this like a million times. I'm big into Reddit, and I'm always on Reddit and Twitter, but mostly Reddit. A lot of people there talk about, oh, this Civ has this win rate. This Civ has that win rate. I wonder how much of it has to do with the players versus the actual civilization. I mean, look, there's obviously mismatches in Civs. You know, if you get, for example, the Goths, and your opponent gets some kind of, if you're fighting Boyars with Huskarls, you're at a disadvantage, for example. Right? But I really do wonder how much of these statistics depend more on player performance. And honestly, I don't know how much reliance you can really put. Like the other time somebody was on Reddit was saying, oh, the Britons have like a win rate of 53%. And this Civ has a win of 47%. And I'm thinking like, yeah, you know what? To me, that sounds like when you watch hockey or you watch baseball or basketball and they say, oh, this team, this franchise hasn't won a championship in 40 years. Well, who the hell cares what happened 40 years ago? It's a different manager, a different coach, different players, different rules in the game. So I really wonder how much these statistics actually matter. Now, I might be shooting myself in the foot here, publicly expressing these kinds of thoughts, but I don't really place much truck in those kinds of statistics. I mean, I've seen a Briton beat a Frank. I've seen a Goth beat a Bohemian. We've all seen, civs that are on paper much weaker than their opponents, or much easily, I shouldn't say weaker, I should say much more easily countered by their opponents. Let's put it like that, beating those opponents. So Anyway, my rant is over. I just don't know. I just, anytime I watch, you know, we're watching March Madness now with my wife, who's much more into basketball than I am. I'm obviously, as you can tell, casting this game at 7 p.m. on a Saturday, and much more into the, you know, computer gaming as opposed to the sports gaming. But, you know, there's all these statistics. This college hasn't won since this year. This coach hasn't done this since 1998. This player, this, that, this franchise. To me, it all sounds like a bunch of bullshit, like filler in the air when these casters talk about these teams and franchises and cities. I don't know. I'd rather let the players perform for themselves. Like I said, we've all seen enough. We've all seen enough Age of Empires to know that the Civ matters, but it's not determinative. It's not the factor that decides whether a player wins or not. And even, I'm going to shut the hell up. The players are rushing up to Castle. Team West, everyone but Rono, who's just about to hit Castle right now. Team East still. Who's falling behind here? Cosmonaut. Cosmonaut, I've been singing your praises the entire time. Instead, you go and build a bunch of feudal age archers. Treat this map like Arabia for some reason. I wonder why, because it's wide freaking open. And now you're lagging behind your teammates. How many resources does he have? He's got the gold. He absolutely does not have the food, though. So Cosmonaut's going to be stuck in feudal for a nice little while. Gray turning around with that hill advantage. 2 swipes of that sword, and he gets that snow leopard. Okay, I mean, Cosmonaut, no real rush to Castle Age. Purple's not being very aggressive. Let's see what our Slav is building. Nothing. Continuing to seed some farms. Green. Okay. So, like I said, once we hit Castle, like we saw last game, like we see every game, these games generally tend to follow the similar meta in terms of builds. Everyone gets up to Castle. Everyone starts building structures, usually town centers, siege workshops. Somebody hits Imperial, starts pumping out trebuchets. Look at red here. Luring boars. Is this for purple? Oh, never mind. Screwed up boars very slowly. Very slowly. A glitch in the matrix here. Waddling their way back to their ancestral hunting grounds, which I guess are right here. And now red is pushing forward. Funny enough, purple, the one in the actual aggressive position, is not, but these purple... Rather, these red crossbows are going to run into knights. Knights have to retreat. Any upgrades on these guys? No, just a defensive upgrade of a +1. What's going on to the north here? Blue and green continuing to wall each other off. This might be a weak spot here if the players decide to make use of any onagers or whatnot. They've walled each other off. So the north is basically in a bit of a ceasefire mode here between blue and green. Teal and yellow continuing to boom. Let's take a look, buddy. Look at them. Of course, they have the highest scores on their team. They're the ones who could focus 100% on their economy. What is our Byzantine doing? Going up to pure villager count, only 62 yellow. Same thing, but he's got a monk in the wing. Sanctity being researched. How many monks does purple have? 4 monks. Okay, so that sanctity upgrade was going to be pretty good. Let's take a look at their HP in 20 seconds. It's going to jump from 30 to 45. And sorry, guys, while I started casting the light when the sun went down, I need a second to turn on the light in my room. Probably should have done that preemptively. Unlike yesterday, I also had to take a second, but there we go. Yellow moving forward, collecting relics. Red has moved forward, shulk, but run into a big old juicy Bulgarian gate. And now red and purple putting on the pressure. Orange needs to get up to Castle ASAP. Once he does, these 19, these 16 plus 3 more in the production tab are definitely going to be turned into crossbows. Although a little bit surprised that our Cumin is going bipedal. Like I was talking about a second ago, very quick civilization, very fast units. Should probably plop down some stables, although archery rangers can start pumping out cav archers, I guess. Okay, a supportive siege workshop. Does anyone have a castle up? Not a single player has a castle up yet. Anyone have the stone for it? Rono, 546 stone. Ganji, only 100. Okay, so it looks like Rono is going to be the one putting on the pressure here once he probably gets up to 650 stone. Teutonic Castle, potentially a huge pain in the ass to deal with. That annoying crenellations upgrade. Okay, they are now crossbows. Ganji, though, first to Imperial. What is he researching? Chemistry. Okay. Bombard cannons coming out of him. He does not want the static defense. He does not want to invest the minor time to get stone. Oh, it does take a bit of damage on his mangonel. This one, unhurt at all. Very cocky moving forward with his very damaged mangonel. But I guess he's going to go for bombard cannons instead. So won't really need to plop down a castle. Orange expanding north. Because again, took a look again. What a weird map spawn here on Black Forest. Oh, but by the way, there's also this little corridor here to a hidden little nook that comes with 3,200 gold, 1,400 stone, and a few boars as well. Although you have to make your way through this snow leopard. First monk gets sniped. 3 knights with 13 kills on the way out. They must have killed a whole bunch of these crossbows. Bulgarian knights coming with a +2 defensive upgrade. Castles going up galore for Team West here, but an incredibly defensive positioning. I don't know that I necessarily agree with this. This is a bit of a loser's mentality. Not a loser, but a losers. As in somebody who does not want to win a game mentality to place down a castle so defensively. Yellow would have been better served maybe shoring up this wall with this wall here and then placing a castle to help green. Oh no. Rono, are you gonna get your castle up? Why are you running away? Send all your villagers to Finn. There you go. No. He is trying to dodge. Okay, distracting the mangonel with these villagers while these villagers will be able to complete this. Teutonic castle is now done. And blue has to retreat, but not too far. 2 bombards from Ganji should be able to make quite a dent in that castle. What is happening here? Oh, sorry guys, the vision from behind of these gray units is not exactly the best. And now orange moving forward. Yeah, intercept the monks with your crossbows. Okay, orange and gray managing to push back purple. Tied here for now. Purple listening to me across space and time, going for this gold count. Looks like the villager did come across a snow leopard. The question is, what is green going to do here? Where are his 3 monks? They do not have block printing. No extra range for them. They are desperately trying to convert. There we go. The bombard cannons. Might want to put on some range on these monks. Blue not noticing. Blue not moving his bombard cannon. Although it doesn't really need to. That monk got sniped. Oh man, how many more bombards coming out of our Malian? 3 trying to move in. What a perfectly placed castle, by the way. Take a look at this. Teal and blue cannot cross into the back of green's base without taking some kind of castle fire. Now will the castle fire actually hit? Probably not, especially not if it's camels that are moving in. But a cute little side thing here. Oh, they move in, they take a little bit of damage from the castle and they run away. Now the camels say F this, I have no desire to just hang around here. I'm gonna move forward. I'm gonna get the monk. The monk hides immediately in the castle. Villagers repairing it. Remember, Teutons get murder holes for free, which means these camels are very much in trouble here. Oh, a little bit of indecision here. Which monk do I go for? Which monk do I snipe? And take a look. I mean, this is what I'm talking about. If you're Byzantines on your team, these monks will heal units twice as fast. So I'm not too sure why it's one of the top 5 worst civilizations. Oh, needs to wall up between these 2 monasteries. Not sure this is the play here for Buddy to send small clumps of camels. But he is moving in. These are heavies. Only a +1 attack on them for now. And of course, when you go full camels, what do you research? You research squires for some bizarre reason. Why the hell not? But now we've got Lithuanian Lechai with a +5 attack, which means they have 3 relics to their names. Just need 1 more to max out that civ bonus. Oh, they are going to shred through these camels. Yes, camels with the attack bonus against cavalry. But when your opponent attacks you on a 21 that ignores armor, you need to run away. You need to run away into the welcoming arms of some hand cannoneers. Okay, a little bit of action here as well. Our Cumin moving forward. Kipchak's on the menu. How many of those does he have? Only 4 in Imperial in under a minute. Let's go back, pivot north. Teutonic Castle is down. Yeoman being researched for our Britain. By the way, where the hell is our Britain? Where are his longbows? Okay, they're moving south here. Gonna get that extra +1 range to max out at 12. I completely forgot that there was a Briton in this game. I don't know about you guys. He has been so inactive. But now at the 32-minute mark of the game, he finally builds a defensive castle. Trebuchet's coming forward. Let's see if he gets Warwolf as well once he hits Imperial. I mean, he is an Imperial already. Oh man, Lei Chai, so freaking hard to deal with. Although when you clump in your hand cannoneers, 20 of them into an alley like this, definitely one way to deal with Lei Chai. An absolute incredibly hilarious move here out of Ganji. Yellow, for some reason, engaging into this, losing a bunch, but takes down 12 hand cannoneers as well. Would do well to retreat. Maybe green can try to convert some of these units. Still no block printing. Gray, our Bulgarian, going up to Cavaliers. Let's take a look at the battle here. Cumin siege moving forward. Unfortunately for Team West, there's nothing here to deal with it. Yeah, good luck to this one longbow trying to take down 4 rams on his own. Now the Lei Chai have basically destroyed this forward position out of teal and blue, but they need to get rid of these buildings. They need to get rid of these buildings yesterday. Green adding in whatever little support he can in the form of 12 pikemen and a few monks. And look, again, I ask. Oh yeah, Brian, these Lei Chai are absolutely bonkers. Absolutely bonkers. I mean, you think even with the heavy camels from our Byzantine. Now remember, Byzantines, I think, do get a discount on their camels, but I mean, even with the attack bonus against, look how little damage is being done here to the Lei Chai. Meanwhile, the Lei Chai are taking down health bars left, right, and center. Oh man, what an absolute crazy unit. But our Cumin moving forward with 4 Trebs in support. Our Bulgarian is sending what? Elite skirmishers? Chemistry on the way for him as well. Pike and Longbow here to meet them. Longbow should probably move back a little bit. No point in having 12 range if you engage with a unit that has 7 or 8. Move 4 tiles back. You do not need to be right there. Infrastructure needs to be demolished immediately. You do not want to leave 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 enemy buildings behind enemy lines. One finally does go down. Lei Chai continuing to take down anything. The problem for them is this is just giving the Byzantine time to rebuild. What does blue have? Ganji has been knocked down to 6 hand cannoneers. Oh, he's not an imp yet? Oh, there you go. Okay, in 2 minutes and 43 seconds. Hopefully he does get that block printing. Lei Chai absolutely wrecking everything. 49 of them on the field of battle. Parthian tactics being researched. Kipchaks and elite skirmishers are fantastic. The problem for them is if anyone here comes with any kind of cavalry, those units are donezo. Yes, red, retreat. You've got 12 range. Use it. This is something that bothers me a lot about this game. You know, when there's units with 7 or 8 range, and then the players close in 2 or 3 tiles away and then start firing. You know, you have 7, 8 range for a reason. Use it. Our Britain needs to do a retreating attack. Exactly. Let purple soak up all the damage, and you just snipe everything from behind. A little bit of trade going up for Team West. Any trade for Team East? No, and even if there was, it was right about to be ransacked. Yellow and green pushing in through the north. Orange and gray pushing in through the south. Yet again, we find ourselves in the standard. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Teutonic castles with crenellations, absolutely bonkers to deal with. Okay, green pinging over here. Not too sure why. Why is green ping over here? I think he's telling the Lithuanian that, hey, there's a relic here. What's our Lithuanian's attack at? No, he's maxed out. He's got the 4 relics. No more attack upgrades for him. I mean, rather free attack upgrades for him. Man, the Lei Chai are just storming over everything. 42 Lei Chai, 28 in the production tab. Both teams collapsing on either edges of the map. The fringes would absolutely love to see some heavy cavalry out of our slab, but look at this. Walled off this little entrance, and now he's nice and safe and secure. There's a little colony here that he's built for himself that no one has discovered. Will the castle stay up? Oh no, I don't think it will. Not with one more ball. Yeah, it goes down, but does lose 2 trebuchets. So 800 resources for 650. The problem now, the Kipchaks are here, and they are fast as shit. 1.62, firing their multiple arrows. And Bulgarian Krepos added into the mix as well. So more and more trouble here for Team West in the southern portion of the map. These longbows are retreating, maybe build some Cavaliers. Maybe there's the block printing. I just saw the block printing. Problem is, where the hell is the monks? There they are. There's that 12 range. Lechai streaming in. Teal defending his resources here, not letting Yellow teeth them. The problem is, what is Blue doing? Ganji still struggling to come up with any kind of response to this, any kind of assistance for Teal, who has now clogged up the entire artery of this base with buildings and gates. Red pinging to the south. What is he trying to say? Why is our slab player sitting on 2,600 wood, and why is our Briton sitting on 6,500 wood? Guys, build markets. Guys, trade your resources. Maurice, exactly. It's absolutely a base race, a base trade. Probably, what, 4 out of every 5 games become like this? Which is absolutely bonkers, right? You wouldn't think that would happen. 36 longbows making the mistake that all longbows do, which is focusing fire on exactly one unit. You don't need 36 longbows firing on one skirmisher. Green and purple pinging here desperately. Green saying, hey guys, I am on my way. There is a Teutonic siege workshop being built, and by the way, I've got the onager upgrade. And here comes our Byzantine. How many freaking halberdiers? 58 halberdiers. These Lechai have to retreat. These are not pikemen anymore. What's their HP? Not down too bad, about 10%. Oh, they lack the siege engineers. Yeah, that's unfortunate for them. Maybe that's why his bombard cannons weren't exactly as great as they could be for Ganji, who has been knocked down to 6 villagers. Oh my goodness, what are his resources like? He's got 1,000 food, 1,000 gold, but absolutely nothing else. Ganji needs this wall of halberds to hold about about 10-15 minutes, and then he'll be back into the game. How many goddamn Kipchaks are there here? 46 and 12 siege rams. Somebody needs a melee unit. He's building petards from somewhere. Our Teuton building 3 mangonels probably here, right? Rather here. No, that's not up. No, not our Teuton. Who's building these mangonels? Our slab? Okay, makes sense. But where's the siege workshop? Am I losing my mind? Where's purple siege workshop? Oh, it's back here. Oh, man. Okay. Reinforcing Lechai for the win. They are going to shred through these rams. Our Britain needs to focus these Kipchaks immediately. Yeah, I agree, Maurice. I absolutely agree. I mean, if the slab doesn't build siege, deserves what's coming to him. But for now, saved by the yellow bell here of Lechai. They are moving forward. Perhaps moving forward a little too fast. These longbows can't keep up. Let's see how well the Byzantine halberds are doing here. Now 58, still 58 of them. And finally, Ganji putting up a force. 22 of these hand cannoneers in total, and 24 in the production tab. Teal just has to hold on, and all of a sudden 50 hand cannoneers are going to show up on the field of battle. And now Team West, so cocky that they had the game in the bag, are building marketplaces. I mean, kudos to them for trying to get 78 or 100 plus gold, but these markets are going to come under attack immediately. Lechai not that capable of dealing with hand cannoneers, especially when there's only one of them versus what, 7 or 8 hand cannoneers. Orange is going to kick himself in the butt once he realizes that Purple was working down here the entire time, getting gold, getting stone, getting wood, and getting food. But in come the Cumin Hussars. Look at how freaking fast they move. 1.74. I think the second fastest unit in the game after the Shravamsha, or after, I think that actually the trade cart with Hindustani Caravanserai might be the fastest. But in terms of military unit, I think the second fastest in the game. Oh, were they fighting the Kipchaks? I completely didn't notice. This is a lot of Kipchaks. I mean, look at this. What an absolute waste of longbows here, firing on a castle that, by the way, it looks like it's on the high ground, so it's taking even less damage. You know, he's sitting on, okay, Shulk Bluth, 6,000 wood somehow. He's only got 5 trade carts. Where the hell did all his wood go? He had 6,500 a minute ago. Now Green pinging here saying, hey, we need to get this shit under control. Stop wasting your Lechai. Let's just build up an army. What is Green building, though? Halberdiers, Siege Onagers. I don't know why it took me here for the Siege Onagers, but in comes Siege Onagers from our Teuton. Will he clear a path for himself, or will he go the long way around? Look, you can't be afraid to lose units in Age of Empires. This is not a game where you necessarily can babysit. So these longbows are being completely underutilized, although now, oh, what a juicy shot here by our Teutonic Siege Onager. Now the Lechai will be able to deal with these siege rams as well. -3 melee armor. Oh god, that's just gonna be so brutal. And now this castle should go down. These purple siege onagers together. Oh, these are not siege onagers, my bad. Just regular basic onagers. Absolutely crazy here. I think Red needs to play his he needs to micro his longbows a little bit better. Carve them up into maybe 2 control groups. You don't need all, what, 28 of them firing on 1 unit, but another stalemate here to the south, and all of a sudden the action has moved north again, where Ganji, who had 6 villagers 10 minutes ago, is now up to 71 villagers, 27. Oh, now after that disgusting hit, 24 hand cannoneers and 9, no fewer than 9 bombard cannons. Although, like you said, no siege engineers, so not exactly optimized. That is not a word, optimized. Sorry, sometimes I catch myself making up words that absolutely do not exist. Although, what TV show was it when somebody was like, oh, you're just making up a word, and then he goes, well, all words are made up. I forget which TV show, probably something dumb that I watch. Fastest of the Cuban Scout. Oh, I see. So they lose the 3% speed, and Shravamsha's the second. Okay, got it. Got it. Green pinging over here. I mean, I think Yellow knows he's under attack, don't you? I don't think he needs Green to help him out and tell him that. Oh, God, these Lechai just so disgusting. Going, mowing through those halberdiers like they're made out of grass, but has to retreat. Can't engage into this with, what, 5 and then another 5 Lechai, whose HP is already low. Oh, my God. Somehow Ganji has managed to make his way into the base, and, you know, Brian, no disrespect to Spirit of the Law, but he, in this specific game, at least it's so far, oh man, we're almost an hour into this game, he has been completely wrong. So far, the Byzantine is the only thing that has saved Team East. Without those 58 halberdiers, Ganji would have been swarmed over. Red pinging over here saying, let's relocate our trade, no doubt. Unfortunately for them, Kipchaks are now inside the base. They have overrun Purple. Red has barely no army supply. Team East with a 60 army supply advantage, although they are down about 7 or 8% in terms of villager count. Yeah, the coordination needs to be a little better here out of Team West. I mean, the Onagers shouldn't be attacking a target that the longbows have already attacked, like here. That's just overkill. Purple needs to manage his Onagers a little bit better. Did Green lose all of his siege Onagers? I have no clue. He is moving in here with more halberdiers. Remember, as the Teutons, they do get extra melee armor for any unit out of the barracks, any unit out of the stable. Your mom, nice to see you. Yes, it could very well be. Oh, sorry, I missed your hey guys message. There's just so much nonsense happening here. you didn't miss much so far. I don't know exactly when you joined, but yeah, it could absolutely be the Big Bang Theory. They have no HP. Oh yeah, look at that. They're down about a third of their HP. Red just needs to hold here. Finally bifurcating his longbows. Lesson number 1 for Red. Your units don't all have to be in a big clump. You can spread them out. Lesson number 2, different control groups. You don't need 30 longbows, 31 longbows firing on a single halberdier. Oh god, they're so fast. These freaking human hussars destroy the Trebs to the north. Oh, I would have probably gone for the Onager myself, but tries to get the Treb here. Will he get the Treb? Oh, I mean with the Kipchaks here, probably will. Kipchak's taking a lot of damage. Finally, Team West pushing in again. But this time, Ganji ready to meet them with 25 hand cannoneers down to only 4 bomber cannons. But finally does have a castle. This might be his first castle. Let's see what he does with it. Teal continuing the trash war again as the Byzantines. Trash, very important. And now purple has been discovered. Siege rams being attacked by villagers here. They're going to very, very slowly pick away at their HP. Oh, man. I don't know what is going on here. We've got 2 big armies, one to the south, one to the north, continually engaging into there. Where's Ganji going with these hand cannoneers? Run away, run behind the halberdiers. Let's go back, pivot south. Is anything happening in the center? No. Okay, trade, though, is... This could be a nice potential weak spot here for Team East. Their trade very close to the front lines. Team West has reestablished theirs with trade over here. Although didn't really need to at the end of the day, right? These markets still up. These markets still good. I thought it would be very much a one-sided battle here, but man, did I underestimate those Lechai. These onagers need to get some shots off on these halberdiers yesterday. This is where having a oh god, this is where having somebody playing Koreans would do quite well on your team with that 1 minimum range for the Mangonel line. Kipchak's moving forward. How many are left? Still 52 HP on them, also down about 800, but their heavy siege is plowing their way through. Nothing here to deal with these siege rams. Orange needs to, or rather Red needs to build some kind of melee unit. Okay, Green finally pinging over here. No, go south. Go south. If he went south, he'll get the trade. Oh my god, he rolled the dice. He could have gone east, or he could have gone southeast. Instead, he's going east. He will see trade carts. Let's see if he notices. This is a lot of Lechai, almost at full HP. 6,000 HP of Lechai inserting themselves into the trade route. Let's see if, oh yes, he is going to absolutely slaughter these trade carts. Remember, the Lechai do move faster than the trade carts. I'm going to zoom out. Look at this absolute wanton destruction here. Purple still holding strong to the south. A few mills still left. The question is, how can Red hold against this? This is where that innate lack of strong melee units for the Britons becomes a real serious issue. I mean, halberdiers will be able to close the gap, close the distance, but the Kipchaks will snipe them. Okay, these purple onagers have to get into the game ASAP. And the stalemate continues here. This is, the North has been basically a meat grinder. Oh, is it, Brian? Okay. That's nice. Oh, God. Oh, God. Lechai. How many kills on these Lechai? 14 kills only on this band of brothers of 12. 33 on these 11. They are just wrecking trade carts left, right, and center. Oh, my God. Team East's trade is absolutely suffering. Do they give a shite, though? Because they are pushing in through the south. Purple is gone. Orange looks like he's about to insert a bunch of units into Purple's base, but again, no answer to these metallic, slow-moving rams that are just destroying everything. The Britain needs to back up. Again, you've got 12 range. Use it. And now, finally, Team E West breaking into the north. Let's look at Ganji. 37 carts, 36 hand cannoneers, 5 bombard cannons. What is going on here? Teal building 57 halberdiers. 44 hussars. I absolutely love Dr. Cosmonaut having 66 villagers. That means he has 50 hussars, 45 Kipchaks. That is absolutely crazy. That is basically 100 army supply for our orange cumin. Red pinging over here, rebuilding the market. Let's see the action here to the north. Again, what an absolute meat grinder this has been. Nobody can bust through this one Malian castle, although finally some Teutonic bombard cannons are doing their best. Siege Onager should be able to get rid of everything. Let's take a look at what's going on here. Lechai reappear now with Slavic Siege Onagers. They should be able to help out here significantly. Although engaging into halberdiers may not be necessarily the best use of them. Maybe the longbows can help out here. I don't know, just a guess. Onagers zoning out the Kipchaks fantastically. 5 kills on this one Lechai. Team East has stabilized. It looks like they've gotten rid of all the Lechai from Yellow, who is going up to 72 Lechai. Let's see these Siege Onagers. Okay, I guess they're on no attack mode. Come on, you can get some of these orange units. Oh, there might be some juicy hits here. Let's keep an eye out. Okay, never mind. Oh my god, he kills more of his own teammates' units than the opposing enemy's units. Oh man. Absolute mess of a battle here. Look at all the dead bodies on the ground. Kipchaks have to retreat though in the face of Lechai backed up by longbows. How many longbows is this? 32 only. Red is supply capped. I don't think he needs 117 villagers if he's going longbow halberdier. Definitely don't need that many villagers. Which explains why he's banking thousands of resources. But now the Lechai here fighting these Malian hand cannoneers. Oh, if Ganji, I bet he wishes he was Hindustanis. He could get that +2 range on these guys. But yet again, the incursion by green and yellow has been repelled. What is moving on here? More and more trash units out of our Byzantine. Our Byzantine basically just clogging up the works. Orange pinging here saying, hey, there seems to be some kind of counterattack happening. And take a look at all the trade. Oh man, what a juicy place to insert some archers into. Okay. And for what? The 4th or 5th time we've entered into a stalemate to the south. We've entered into a bit of a stalemate to the north. Even though green has the longer range bombard cannons, there's just endless push of trash units from our Byzantine, consistently producing more and more halberdiers, although his resources starting to dwindle a little bit. What is yellow pinging here? Oh man, what happened here? Oh yeah, never mind. He's just deleting structures. He's deleting looks like monasteries to give this trade. It looks like there was a bit of a clogged toilet of trade here. Needed to get the old plunger out and destroy a few buildings so that the trade carts can start moving again. Oh, absolute disgusting hits here by these Siege Onagers from our Slav, who, by the way, continues to have a base here. Kipchaks, though, how many? Still in the 40 range? No, 57 of them. 3,000 HP of Kipchaks. Have something to say about it, but why are they down here? Okay, slowly making their way through the structures. I guess they don't want purple to reinforce, but purple's not reinforcing anything. He's got Siege Onagers. Oh, this one didn't get the memo that you're on no attack stance. Moving forward. Oh, realizes it, moves back, hesitates, moves back again. Again, take a look at that. You don't need your onagers to fire on units that are already being fired on by longbows, especially when you kill your teammate's army. Lechai now entering. Oh, will they notice the trade card? Yes, of course they do, and they're gonna bust through the gate here as well. Oh no, how many? 17 full health Lechai have yet again busted their way into the trade route. Even more coming in from the south. Oh god, this is gonna be terrible for Team East. Okay, finally some Gebettos are out. Let's see if they've got any useful attack bonuses. No, they do not. What they do have is a good amount of speed, so they can snipe these bombard cannons all the live long day. Brilliant move here by Genji to use those to snipe the bombard cannons. The south. Okay. So Orange has changed his mind a little bit. No longer wants to attack. Thinks that he can hold the line here with, oh goodness, no fewer than 13 siege onagers. Thinks it's worth his time to get rid of this orange infrastructure. Oh, I didn't see that there's an onager in here. Immediately comes out. Immediately should get sniped. Wow. How many relics player 4? I think he has 4 relics because he's on a +6 attack. And he's fully upgraded all the way to the penultimate upgrade. Oh, what an absolutely confusing mess. Civilian casualties racking up. So yeah, I think yellow has 4 relics. Oh man, Byzantine yet again saving his team. Somehow though, the Byzantine player has the lowest score of his team, even though I think this is the 3rd time he's basically saved their asses. Orange banking resources for no discernible reason, needs to sacrifice some of his army to stop this push by purple. And again, 6 onagers firing on 1, not the best use of onagers, but finally red starts using these longbows. Look at the kill count on the longbows, by the way, 200 and up. Wow, he's been babysitting these longbows quite well. Onagers flattening Kipchaks, onagers flattening villagers, onagers flattening everything and anything in sight. Yellow again inserted himself with how many? Oh my god, 47. Oh my god. Lechai. Okay, yeah, nice use by red here to clog up. You do not want Cumin light cav running around your base, especially when your trade is right here. Needs to hold the line. A villager needs to come and plug up this hole. Doesn't matter if it's a red villager, a purple villager. Somebody come and help out here. What's the meat grinder doing up here? Grinding meat, killing more. Oh my god, green killing more of his own units. How many friendly fire kills on this? 15. A third of the kills are friendly fire. That's absolutely bonkers to me. Lechai yet again busting their way through the gate. These teal halberdiers pathing themselves not in a great way, although now let's see what happens here once the villager finishes constructing this gate. Oh, Genji. Remember I told you in the beginning of the game, you gotta watch out for these shorter, thinner tree clumps. Has built a castle here. Oh, what an absolute troll move. Maurice, I thought Genji was falling asleep too, but that was just because I wasn't looking in the right part of the map. He looks like he planted a big old Malian castle here. Already 5 kills on it. Gebetto helping out. Is he producing more and more Gebettos out of this? Oh god, Lechai though, not great when they gets clogged up like this. They need a lot of room to attack. Otherwise, these halberdiers are going to be able to hang out here for days and days. Yellow pinging, saying, guys, WTF, we've got a castle in our trade route. 9 kills now on this castle. Absolute baller move here by Genji, who's been knocked down to 7 villagers, but 52 trade carts. He is now abandoned. Hand cannoneers going full balls to the wall Gebettos. But purple, what does he have here? No more military. No, he's got a bunch of military infrastructure, although it is barracks. He has 1 halberdier who for some reason is hanging out here. He had 1 kill. He's like the guy that goes to the casino, you know, plays blackjack, wins a hand of blackjack and says, I'm done for the night, I'm up, I'm leaving. This guy had 1 kill to his name, and now the rest of the game he's just gonna hang out here until he either dies to the enemy or dies of old age. Yeah, Maurice, that's what I was saying. Way too many villagers, although finally starting to lose some of those villagers. He needs a lot more army supply. These units are not expensive. Longbows and halberdiers are not expensive at all. Guys, how many times are we going to zoom in on this part of the map and see another battle at this location? Looks like Genji's castle has fallen. Probably took out a bunch of trade carts with it, but good for Team West for dealing with that. Need to plug up the hole, which is exactly what they do. Oh man, Kipchak's doing a little Kipchak dance here with their lassos. Oh man, Red is in flight mode. He needs to get the longbow numbers up. He's only at 35. The weaker the attack. Look at P4's Q. Let's take a look. 82 Lechai. Oh my god. Good eye, name, viewer whose name shall not be said. Oh man, 82 Lechai in the production tab. Needs to pivot them south though. Save the day just like he did. Yellow will be the MVP of Team West if they win. Teal will definitely be the MVP of Team East if they win. He has saved their bacon more times than I can count. We've got Gebettos moving further in. And again, look, you build a little wall off, you think you're safe, and then your opponent just creates another wall off. Or rather, creates another path to get into your base. We got Halb on Halb action. Gebetto coming out, deking around the Halbs, no doubt trying to get to that bombard cannon. Let's see if they take an attack round to the face. No, not an attack round. Rono missing the opportunity. Oh my god, more. Oh, he's got one more. He's got one more. Oh, he's gonna get him. Oh, is he gonna go for the fourth? No, he's getting the Siege Onager. Great move. Flattens 4 of those Gebettos. Gets the bomb. Wow, what an absolute fantastic use of this sniper squad of Gebettos. This suicide squad. No doubt they know they're going to die. Oh no, Kipchak's in the trade route. No, that is not a hit song of the 80s. This is what's happening right now. My goodness. Not a position you want to be. Team West now in trouble. Their trade very much in jeopardy. A huge body of Kipchaks, 38 of them, clogging up the works here. Where the hell is Red? Red knocked down to 21. Okay, good. Keep sniping the Onagers. No, don't attack the Rams. Okay, attacking the Trebs, not a bad idea. Halberdiers need to move forward. And here we go, more Lechai on the way. Hi Mustafa, glad you could join us. You're joining us at an hour and a half into a pretty bonkers game. It's been a stalemate to the north and to the south for the last little while, although it finally looks like Team East is starting to make some kind of progress in the south. As well to the north, these Gebettos looking to snipe any and all trade that they can. And another little route created here by Ganji. Gebetto sneaking in, 17 kills on them so far. They want those trade carts. 100% they want to go for the trade carts. Oh no. Yeah, Team East is just starting to overwhelm Team West a little bit. I think this might be a little, this might be the beginning of the end here for Team West. The Kipchaks parked out. Oh my god. Oh, only 22 kills on them only. I'm surprised. Well, no, let's include that one. 32 kills, 33, 34. Trade carts just falling here for Purple. His resources absolutely abysmal. He's got enough food to build one Hussar. Yeah, Team East looks like they're slowly starting to poke and prod at this. And again, look, no longer Black Forest. Although Yellow says, you know what? You want to use your roots up there to attack me? I'm just going to return the favor, and I'm going to slam into the side of your base. A lot of villagers here. Ganji, not exactly at the highest villager count, although 57 trade carts. The trade, let's look at the trade at the end of this game. Should be absolutely bonkers. Yellow castle defensively. Yellow's got a big old spine of castles here. Some of these are yellow, some of these are green. Let's move back to the south. How many kills on these Kipchaks now? 40. 24 longbows. He needs to get that number up. How many castles does Red have? Okay, I mean, he's doing his best producing out of 2 castles. He's only got 15 stone. But what he's missing, I think, is barracks. Oh, no, never mind. 13 barracks for our Britain. Okay. Imagine Purple just starts backstabbing with these barracks, though. Okay, you know, this is silly. Absolutely silly. Just wasting units, feeding them into these Kipchaks. And now Teutonic hand cannoneers backed by 12 range monks. And Kipchaks are going to push back the Malian Byzantine aggression to the north. And yet again, we find ourselves in a stalemate up here. The problem for them is this. There is no response, although, my goodness, this is a response. 7 onagers, siege onagers, survive. Oh, Lechai doing their best. Will he get him? No, he won't. Red streaming halberdiers trying to get them. Oh, you're killing more of your own units. How many friendly fire out of these? Okay, look, only one friendly fire out of 67 kills. I would say that's a big victory here for Purple's Onagers. Still only one friendly fire out of 82 kills. That is not bad at all. The meat grinder continuing. Oh god, I'm glad I switched over here right now. That was absolutely atrocious, but they do pay the price, these Malian Onagers. And now the Byzantine trash moves forward. That was absolutely disgusting. How much gold was just lost with all of those hand cannoneers dying. That was absolutely filthy. Excuse me. I mean, these Onagers are doing a nice little dance, you know, moving left, right, and center. What they're not doing is any good attack rounds. Double ZX. Okay, finally, right as I say that, beautiful attack round. Absolute wonderful. Longbows should be able to get rid of these halberdiers, but 7 Onagers have been knocked down to 2. The Cumans just too fast. Just absolutely too fast. 1.62 speed movement, supported by 12 Bulgarian siege Onagers. Oh, Lechai taking a bunch of fiery balls to the face. He doesn't care if he's killing Bulgarian halberdiers. Just get rid of the Lechai. Look at this orange leading the unit south for a nice juicy attack round. Gray not noticing. What is yellow building over? Oh, look at this. This is absolutely hilarious. Yellow using Ganji's wall off to, or rather the Ganji's pathing here to build the trade routes. Ganji, though, not born yesterday. He's going to see trade carts moving in here. So let's see what he decides to do about them. For now, though, Gebettos, Halberdiers, Siege Onagers making their way in. Lechai here to greet them. More and more bombard cannons out of our Teutonic player. And finally, we've got a good amount of longbows, 48 of them. Start sniping the Siege Onagers. You have 3 more range than them. Forget everything else. Get the Onagers and then close the distance and get the Kipchaks. In any event, Red playing how Red wants to play. Purple still streaming units across here, but again, not paying attention. How many dead halberdiers do you have to have here before you realize that none of them are making it to the battlefield? What an absolute waste here by Purple. He is so focused. I think he's focused on these 2 barracks that he forgot that he has these 6 or these 5, these 7 down here. Team East pushing out here. Oh man, look at this trade. Look at this trade. Oh god. And now our Teuton returning the siege favor. 5 kills so far. Has to be careful though. He put up a wall off here for a reason, did Yellow. You don't want to open up a gap and now all of a sudden expose your trade. Longbows, how many now? 51. Has stopped all production, has no more gold, does Red. What he does have is a bunch of wood that he doesn't really need. If you're joining us for the first time, I see there's about 23 people in the chat. If you're joining us, feel free to say hello. This is not a tournament game. This is just a ladder game that these 8 players decided to play with each other. Ranked, unranked, but in come the Step Lancers. They are elite. They are attacking on a 15. And they should be able to decimate in good numbers these longbows. Oh god, absolutely atrocious. Now these longbows. I think Team West, let me know what you think. Team West has been pushed back a little bit too far, I think. And now Gebettos. Oh no. Let's see if there's a good attack round. Beautiful deke here by Ganji, knowing exactly that does take a little bit of damage. And now he's in the trade route again with these annoying Gebettos, although taking a shot to the face from his own Onager. Oh, now there's Trebs here as well. Our Teuton was moving army here prematurely, and in come the Malian camels. Farimba, +7 attack. Oh no. Team West is done. Team West is absolutely done. Kipchak's ravishing the bases to the south together with these Bulgarian siege onagers. 41 halberdiers out of him. Purple. Okay, finally Purple finding out that he's dying here. How much gold? Not bad. 267 gold still left. Yeah, who saw that coming, right? Wow. Wow, what an absolute crazy game here. I don't even know where to start the analysis. I mean, cute move here trying to set up a trade route. But I mean, you know, Ganji's going to see it. Now he's moving in with these annoying camels again for Rimba plus 7 attack. My goodness. Fervor going up at the hour 40-minute mark. HMIDA, it is absolutely a GG. My goodness, I want to take a look at the kill count. We must have broken 10,000 here. 23, 34. Oh, sorry, 1 second. 23, 34, 47, 5,400, 5,500 kills for the team that lost. Let's take a look at the kill count. 30, oh my, 31. So much fewer kills. No, my God, we haven't hit 10,000 yet. Yeah, I mean, look, Ganji was basically on, was dying. Remember, he had 6 villagers up here. And the only thing that saved him was that Byzantine trash. I mean, how many halberd? This must be the most produced unit. No, oh my God. Name who shall not be named out loud. Take a look at how many Lechai. Target build. Dr. Cosmonaut, 721. Oh, man. Let's take a look at the trade. First of all, let's look at the resources. Our Lithuanian, my goodness, 80,000 gold, 230,000 total resources. Not far behind is the Byzantine, the Bulgarian, and the Cuman. Where's Ganji? Ganji, oh, surprisingly not the lowest. Purple, the lowest. How about Tribute? 45, oh my God, 45,000 resources tributed by our Byzantine player. 45,000 received by Ganji. Okay, so that's how he managed to make it back into the game. I don't know what the hell this is. Conversions infinity. 0.7. I don't know what these stats mean, guys. I'll turn on the helpers, but our Lithuanian with the kill count win 23, but losing 1,200 units. Who raised the most? Our Bulgarian. Yeah, of course, he was destroying Purple's base the entire second half of this game. Oh my goodness. What is P4's KD? We just saw it. It is absolutely atrocious. Absolutely disgusting. Wow, what an incredible game. An hour and 39 minutes. Another 100-minute game here. Although the last one we did 100 minutes was a deathmatch. Wow. What a fun game. Let's move on to the next one. Look at this trade. Look at everything. I just want to keep looking at the map, but it's probably I could spend the next half an hour looking at this map. I think Ganji here, got his ass saved and then came back into it. A lot of players. I mean, we've watched a lot of games together. We've been doing live streams together for a while now. The last 2 weeks, I think, was basically daily. We've seen a lot of games where a player gets knocked out or gets at least knocked down. I mean, Ganji lost control of his base almost immediately. Was knocked down literally to 6 villagers. In how many games do the players that are in knocked down that badly ever return? Although, I will say, in how many games do they get 45,000 resources from their Byzantine helper? Who, again, I'm surprised that the highest number here is Hussars out of our Cuman. I for sure thought it was going to be Halberdiers out of our Byzantine. At any given moment, he had 50 to 60 Halberdiers. It is absolutely insane. You are correct. Oh, man. What game was that? That was this one, Malians. Let's see the next one. Okay, some of the same players here. Zastosi Barles is back, and Valis. So let's take a look at the teams. We've got yellow, green, purple, and orange. Yellow, green, purple, and orange. Very much Team South. Bear with me, everybody. Let's get the ball rolling. Teal to gray is up top. So, in green, we have Valis back again with the green Portuguese. Barles this time as the Malians. In yellow, Somero as the Bengalis. Ugh. And Zestosi as the Dravidians. Okay, so two of, let's say, on Black Forest, potentially of the weaker civilization, although never write the Dravidians off if he can last long enough to get Woot's steel. In gray, Krill. Yeah, we're going to call him Krill as the Bohemians. In red, somebody's doing donuts in my parking lot. You might hear some car revving up. Idiots. Rono as the red Mayans. Cambridge as the blue Mongols. By the way, kudos for still using the letter 3. The number 3 as the letter E. Harkens back to my early days in the internet in the 90s. And finally, we see a Hindustani, Andre 94. Finally, we see a Hindustani. It's been 3 or 4 Rage Forest casts where we have not seen any Caravanserai. Actually, I don't think we've ever seen the Hindustanis on Rage Forest, now that I'm thinking about it. I think it was mostly on the deathmatch games. In any event, this map a little bit cleaner. 1 corridor, 2 corridors, 3 and 4. So a little bit of a cleaner map, so I don't expect this one to get just as messy as the last one. My goodness, was the last one messy. But for now, a wolf being the only victim of the Rage Forest rage. And gray pushing back orange decides this is the moment I want to complete my wall off. Although orange, of course, returning Zestosi. His mama didn't raise no quitter. Although gray's not going to give him the opportunity, doing a little bit of building on each palisade so that this wall off can be completed. Now that it's done, this villager goes back home while she continues her construction project here. Orange. Okay. Deleting his palisades for some reason. Is he going to try to bust through? No, he is not. Deciding instead to wall off the wall off over here. Orange and gray dancing the same dance. Gray, though, not yet walling this off, just now discovering. It looks like they're worshiping this pine tree, building a little infrastructure around it. This corridor left untouched. This corridor, very optimistic here by green that he can hold 2 sides of it. Would probably do well to clog this entire tip up with structures with... yeah, there you go, with even more and more wall-offs. Why is yellow pinging here? Not too sure. I guess, do they want to get rid of this? Orange trying to lure boars. Red trying to attack orange and try to screw up the boar lure. Orange and yellow both attacking this eagle warrior. Only 2 boars, though. You know, I'm not going to classify 2 boars as Beastmaster. Beastmaster, you need, in my opinion, at least 3 boars. Although the more games we see, maybe even 3 is not enough to be qualified as Beastmaster. Wolf enters the chat. Villager walls herself off. Nice and cozy. And deeks the wolf. The wolf is now stuck. You see, maybe this explains why wolves, not quite the smartest of animals, after thousands of years of being trapped and domesticated, basically have been turned into pugs. Maybe if it was a little bit smarter, it would have known it's falling straight into a trap. In any event, pugs are adorable. Not going to say any more about that topic. Green, happy with his very susceptible, very weak wall off that he created. Although it is Valis, so no doubt any attempt to break that wall off will be met with repairs. Barles doing the same thing up here to the north, and still the Cold War continues between gray and orange here to the east. Let's see who has rivers, who has lakes, who has water of any kind. Valis and Barles taking these lakes, the only 2 on their side of the map. And then there's 1 for red, 1 for blue, and a contested lake in the center. Right? There's only 2 lakes on each side of the map. Yeah, it looks like it. Let's see what the players are doing. Andre, our Hindustani, moving forward with a bunch of villagers. A cow mooing very loudly in my ear. I don't know if you guys heard that cow. That was an incredibly loud cow. The most annoying animal, by the way. You know, in terms of useless information for you as a viewer, the most annoying animal for a caster has to be the llama. Every time there's a game where the llamas spawn, I roll my eyes. Oh god. Oh god. Oh, just like I said, this is Barles they're playing up against. Just barely makes it. All this one might be in trouble. He might be a little bit too slow to this party. No, he's not. But with the tower should be pushed away. Anyway, as I was saying before I interrupted myself, the most annoying animal for a caster is that llama. Any map that spawns so many of them, they bleat so freaking loudly in my ear. I don't know if you guys can hear it. There we go, finally. Oh my god, red being so annoying. Tried to mess with orange's boar pull. Now he's trying to mess with purple's boar pull. But purple going full beast mode for yellow only 2. So no beast mode no beast master classification for yellow, and purple also loses control of the boards. But did they finally get that annoying eagle? Yes, they did. Oh god, sometimes when I say things, I know somebody in the chat's gonna say exactly what you just said. More and more towers coming out of our Hindustani. Remember, their villagers are cheaper, but they did get nerfed a little bit ago. Heaviest impact, I think, is in Dark Age, where they went from 10% cheaper to 5% cheaper. Anyone building any military? Okay, more and more players starting to get into feudal. Bengal, let's see. You know, the last game, I think green was the reason they lost 70 on wood, and his unit comp was very poor. Nah, yeah, it's hard. It's hard to say so many. I'm saying it's hard to say just because, I mean, red also was the unit composition was not optimal. Also, at some point, I think he had something like 6,000 wood. But yeah, the Teuton, I mean, he was doing his best, but for sure, yellow was the MVP of the winning team. I mean, just rather the MVP of that losing team, just because, again, managing to save their asses over and over again. Pivoting over here, where's the closest purple villager? There she is. And also Barles taking the contested water. Great move by him. Okay, Beastmaster mode, 3 boars activated, and now the standoff continues to the east. Neither player wanting to reach into the other's base. Yeah, yellow's performance last game was just top notch. First of all, 2,500 freaking kills. That's impressive. And by the way, those are kills with melee units, right? Those aren't kills with ranged units that you can maneuver and hide behind walls and structures and put into alleyways and choke points. That is just brute force. But that just shows you the power of the Lechai. They're just such an incredibly powerful unit. Probably one of the most in the game. Although, again, very excited. Sometimes I go, ugh, when I hear the Dravidians are on the team, but I always get excited to see them rushing up to Imperial, possibly to get that Woot Steel, where basically every infantry unit they have, every cavalry unit they have is a Lithuanian Lechai. We'll see if he researches it. I'm definitely going to keep an eye out on the top left of our screen. He is going to be the second up to Castle Yellow, already there. Our Bengali, one of the most reviled civilizations in the game. For some reason, their Rata just, ugh. I mean, again, remember, it's supposed to replace a knight, but knights don't die to skirmishers, Ratas do, which is incredibly annoying. So I can see where all the hate comes from, whether I agree or disagree. Is this gate keeping a wall off here? I don't know. Okay. Orange expanding, orange getting siege, orange getting anything and everything under the sun. Ooh, very aggressive castle here by Barles in a very condensed, very narrow location. Yeah, Brian, right? I can't be the only one that when I play a game, hear a game, cast a game, and I hear that llama, they're so loud. The pigs aren't loud, the geese aren't loud, the sheep aren't loud, even the boars aren't loud unless you click on them. But the llamas, they just bleat over and over again. It's as a caster, sometimes I wonder if I have to restart recording a video because the llamas are so freaking loud. Purple clogging up the works here. with a bunch of SimCity stone walls, getting this gold pile nice and unattainable as well. Although the dock that he cheekily tried to take here in contested waters is going to be under attack. I also just noticed this lake. So Team North has 1, 2, 3 lakes. Team South, I'm going to zoom out. Team South only has 2 lakes. I don't know that you can classify this as a lake for Team South. I think that's a little bit unfair, no? A little bit unfair. But in any event, let's take a look east to west. We are at a detente, a ceasefire, a armistice, whatever the hell you want to call it. Neither player really engaging into the other. A few onagers trying to knock down a wall, but Bohemian siege already up and running to meet it. Yellow not really producing in much of anything is our Bengali, going up to 61 villagers. Valis, or rather Barrels, making an issue here to the north with a castle, but aside from these Gebettos, is he producing more? Okay, he's producing more Gebettos, so does want to start dealing with these units. Unfortunately for him, he's up against knights, and these Gebettos are gonna, in my opinion, melt when they come into contact with knights, and plus they're trapped. There's really nowhere for them to go except east, and east they're gonna run into knights. Valis with his own castle. Looks like it just reaches the palisade, not the tower itself. And let's take a look at Team North, getting the water over here, slowly expanding his empire is our Hindustani Andre, who is getting up to castle any minute. Our blue Mongol with the very cool use of the number 3 as the letter E. I'm not being sarcastic about that, by the way. I absolutely love that. When I was starting gaming, I absolutely used the letter, I keep saying the number 4 as the letter A, and the number 3 as the letter E, and more as you can imagine. So, okay, not much happening here, although Orange, Zestosi, has had enough waiting for his Bengali partner to show up. He is saying, I'm just going to push in myself. What does our gray Bohemian have? Sanctity and monks. Remember, Bohemians have one of the cool features for monks, where they can convert monks into trash units by basically turning all of their research costs, all of their actual costs, into food as opposed to gold. Very underrated game, very underrated upgrade. We'll see if that plays any role in the 4-on-4. If Red wants to show up here, our Mayan teammate, instead he's garrisoning his eagles, not letting me see if those are eagle warriors or eagle scouts, although by the hammer it looks like they're still no, yeah, they're scouts. Yeah, you can tell by the weapon they hold, I think, in the shield, although in 40 seconds he is going to be in Imperial. What is Gray researching? Redemption. He wants to make these onagers his own, which one monk is already trying to do. 2 more monks trying to convert. Let's keep an eye out on the actual converts. Does lose 1, does lose 2, is not paying attention, takes a shot to the face, takes another shot to the face. Oh my god, what a beautiful use of these monks here out of our Bohemian. The entire force of Orange's attack has been knocked down to 1 mangonel. Absolutely brilliant use of these monks. They should pat themselves on the back, go home, have a brew, and just sit back and relax for a minute, because otherwise this this light cab, rather the scout cab, is going to snipe them. And in come the eagles. Is he upgrading them at all? Onager upgrade for our Mayan. So they are still just basic scouts. Let's see what's happening to the west. Purple still running around with these Gebettos, not really able to do much, although has... Okay, he managed to bust his way in through this gate. Now Teal is in trouble. Our Hindustani taking fire. His blacksmith. Oh yeah, Brian. You best believe I used to do that too. The X's and the underscores. Oh man, they were different times. I mean, I don't know what players nowadays. I don't see many of them. There's some dots and underscores separating clan names from player names, but that's basically it. Green might want to start pushing in here. Not really making use of these 12 13 organ guns, although it doesn't really need to. These Gebettos have isolated Teal. Teal has walled himself in from his opponents. Very confident that he can complete this wall off. Looks like he did accomplish it at 100. But our Mongol with the Mangudai needs a way to help his teammate, and he does not have it because his teammate keeps walling himself in. And now Gray has pushed back the orange tide. The Dravidians have to go home. Eagle Warrior upgrade being researched for our red Mayan. We'll see if he gets El Dorado, one of, in my opinion, the best of the Eagle Warrior upgrades, El Dorado, compared to the Incan and the Aztec. One gives you extra armor, one gives you extra attack, but 40 HP is pretty damn good in my opinion. Look at Purple doing a favor to the opposing teammate. He didn't really need to do that. Now he opened up an avenue for Blue to help his teammate. A little bit of a mistake here by Barles. You know, if your opponent wants to isolate himself, why you give them a lending hand? It's like, it's like that martial art, like judo. You know, if he pushes, you pull, and you use his natural momentum against him. Will this castle go up? 96, 97, 98, 99? Yes, it does. The beautiful red Bengali castle will now try to get this onager, but it is moving at an angle. Oh, wow, he does get it right as it crosses the border. Oh my god, great get here by our Bengali. Let's see what he wants to build. Let's zoom in. 2 castles for him. Probably maybe would have been better to build them a bit in a more forward position, but he is going the Rata route, getting pikes. Gebetto's running amok, but they're going to run face first rather into the Mangudai Elite Eagle Warrior upgrade gun for our red Mayan. And yeah, if anyone's joining us for the first time, if this is your first live stream with us, this is not a tournament game. This is a ranked and unranked ladder matches that these 8 players just decided to play with each other, much like all of us, logging into the good old system. By the way, where are the organ guns? 21 organ guns, 7 kills. A little underwhelming from Valis, if I may say so. Our Hindustani seems to have stabilized. 63 villagers, 1 mangonel only. So many research, Mahayana being researched. So now these 144 villagers will take 10% less supply space, which gives our Bengali 14 extra radas. Oh, he's holding a sword. He is in melee mode. Remember, there are built to replace knights. Except again, knights don't take elite skirmisher damage. Oh no, Gray now pushing into Zastosi's base. Zastosi with that absolute terrible loss of those onagers, those mangonels earlier on. And now Eagles are raiding the back of Purple's base. It looks like Teal is under attack yet again from a trebuchet this time. Has absolutely no response to it. The only response is a mass evacuation. Oh no. This is the end of Thor Ragnarok. Everyone is running away, trying to establish a new home. Let's hope for his sake he meets a better end than those Asgardians on that ship. Barles doing what Barles do. Ganji not quite using the lake to its full potential, but castle on castle, Treb on Treb violence to the west. To the east, we've got Rathas clocking up the works. Have they dealt with this castle? No, they have not. Let's see some good old-fashioned Hussite wagons out of our Gray Bohemian, although has managed to convert a bunch of Ratas. The monk play is just absolutely great out of our Krill, the Gray Bohemian. Oh no, and now Teal's base is being ransacked. So much gold left behind. 6,500 gold. Plus how much here? The full 32. Oh no, 10,000 gold left behind in these 3 patches. Ugh, what an absolute sour loss of resources here. But Eagles taking on Gebetto's Eagles. Looks like they're taking on fishing ships, although might want to get a step on it here. Rata's engaging into here. Where is Orange? Why is Orange not doing anything? Oh, he's not doing anything because he's got Only 94 villagers. Longsword's coming out for our Dravidian. I don't know. Did I miss the Woot Steel upgrade? Did anyone manage to catch that? Yeah, Brian, Spirit of the Law did a video on how much resources it takes to get a Rata to its full potential. And it is expensive. So that's why I say I can understand when there's a bunch of hate for that unit. Not only is it susceptible to anything and everything under the sun, but to get it all the way up to its maximum potential, 8,500 resources is just absolutely bonkers. Melee upgrades, ranged upgrades, unique upgrades, anything and everything that you can costs a shit ton of money. Orange needs to get his ass into the game though, sitting on 500 gold. Maybe build some archer units if you want. Dravidians though, like I said, not the strongest civ you want on the wings of your army here. Ratas chasing eagles, monks chasing ratas. Let's go back to Barrels and see what's up. The Mongols have overwhelmed his position here. And now it kind of looks like Teal has stabilized, although again, Valis, 7 kills on 21 organ guns. Let me know if you agree, disagree. Underwhelming. Absolutely underwhelming. Was he in the south here dealing with these Eagle Warriors? I have no idea. He's building Fatorias. How many Fatorias does he have, by the way? 2. Oh, there's one up here as well. Okay. And let's see, a big mess here. Eagles, converted Ratas, random trebuchets, unsupported by anything. The Eagles moving in, are they going to be able to demolish these villager counts? Not fully upgraded just yet, but strong enough, fast enough to do a whole bunch of damage. You don't like the organ guns? It depends. I think on a map like Black Forest, because they fire on a spread, potentially can be incredibly deadly. But again, 7 kills, 6. I guess he lost one. Very underwhelming. Rata, the Bengali Knight, takes out an elite Eagle Warrior. Yellow pushing more and more units. Arquebus, okay, that's a good upgrade for the gunpowder loving Portuguese. Let's see those faster shots out of these. Okay, Mangadai take a ball to the face. Not a lot of damage. Are these elite yet? Yes, they are. Looks like they're fully upgraded too. Drill being researched for our Mongol. So the one onager that he has, where the hell is it? Over here is going to move 50% faster. By the way, if you haven't seen a Mongol onager, even a siege onager, moving after the drill upgrade, it's a sight to behold. Man, do they move fast. Trade card being stuck behind a few Mangadai. Okay, blue, Cambridge, 16 fishing ships, not terrible. Okay, Bohemian Castle has gone down. Bohemian monks are in play now. How many? 12 of them. They need to move back. They are very cocky that the Eagles will protect them. Instead, 12 has become 11. 11 has become 10, has become 9. 8. He is bleeding, monks. This is not a good trade here. Red needs to plug this hole up immediately. No, why are you? I didn't think you really need to clog that up. You've got a castle here. You've got a castle here. Oh, El Dorado being researched. Where are the Eagles? How many does he have? 16 only. So their HP is going to jump from 60 to 100. And now our Portuguese is moving out. Let's see, Bengal. I hope I'm pronouncing your name right, Bengal. Let's see if he disagrees with you. Look how fast they move. Look at this. This is a siege on it. This is an onager, guys. Moving at a 0.9 compared to the usual 0.6. It's so hard to unsee when they move so fast. Or maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm just nerding out on the game. These organ guns are going to die. Orange pinging over here saying, bro, they're making another attack route here. Everyone in Imperial except for Orange, except for our Hindustani. Our Hindustani so far has been underwhelming, not building any army of any kind except one mangonel, not even an onager. Oh no, and now blue hussars are inside the back of his base. Remember, these are Mongol hussars with 30 extra HP, rather 30% extra HP. Okay, the most underutilized trebs in the world, slowly taking away walls when they absolutely don't need to. Oh my god, they're so good at dodging projectiles when they move so fast. Mangadai need to move in here though. sacrifice a few to start getting some of these bombard cannons. Okay, let's see it. Oh, now there's siege onagers. Oh no. Oh, gross hit here. Kills 1, wounds 3. Okay, random red Mayan siege workshop. Okay. Oh god, looks like there was a big old battle here. Looks like a bunch of ratas died. And monks as well. We've got Urumi swordsman out as always, guys. It's like a Pavlovian tick. Anytime I see an Urumi swordsman, I tell everyone listening, everyone watching, after the game, you obviously know how to use YouTube. If you're watching this, go to YouTube, type in Urumi swordsman, and watch it. How cool that it is in real life, and you'll understand why they do. Oh god, why they do trample damage with their attack and their metallic curved flexible sword. More and more organ guns, 27, but again, 9 kills. Not exactly, you know, impressive here. Mangadai with their attack against siege units are moving in. Cavalier, rather, Hussars tanking, but now the Mangadais have to retreat. There's no more meat shield for them. Let's pivot back east and see what these 100 HP Eagles are up to. This is a lot of monks. 19 monks, 24 in total. Now the Hufnitsa upgrade is... I mean, Gray is rich as MF. So many villagers moving forward. The Hufnitsa upgrade, remember they nerfed it. It moved up, I think, 150 food, an extra 50 gold. So it's basically like going up to Imperial, even more expensive now. Oh no, now Valis, Barl. I keep confusing Barls and Valis moving out, getting a bunch of Mongol villagers who are trying to take this gold. But so far, no player really pushing into the other player. A lot of attempts have been made, but a lot of attempts have been stymied. And now, right underneath the watchful, annoyed eye of this town center, probably anyone in here is shaking their fist at these villagers. Gray is teething the gold of his opponent. Hofnitz is 40 seconds away from completion. He has how many bombard cannons? Only 3, going up to 5. But an army of Ratas elite, fully upgraded, are on the way. Hi, good times. Yes, absolutely, better late than never. Especially when we're watching these exciting games. Look at these monks. You're telling me if there was a Byzantine on this team, it would be bad that these monks heal twice as fast? I mean, come on. They could basically go behind any army and just stand behind it and heal the units over and over and over again. Just like a Medevac in StarCraft, they could just be so annoying. 4 Hufnitzas here. Take a look at their attack bonus against buildings, 300. They are... Got Dravidian two-handed swordsman moving forward into intercept, move in the Eagle Warriors, but Ratas moving in from the side. Will the Hufnitzas be able to help? It looks like Team North is about to get swamped. These villagers need to run away. This is going to be a loss of 38 villagers here. Maybe not. Maybe I'm overreacting. Let's see. So far, the Ratas and the two-handed swordsman from the Dravidian must have gotten Wood Steel. Absolutely must have gotten Wood Steel. I'm now overwhelmed, and now Gray not moving back. Gray thinking that Red can reinforce him here. Man, they were cocky. Man, they were sure that they could hold this position. Building barracks here. Oh, man. And now we've got Mangadai facing off against organ guns. Are these elite? Yes, they are. But now, finally, the Hindustani has entered the chat with, what? 38 Hussars. A bunch of them moving forward. Oh, there's siege units out of the Mongols. Just so gross. Now Mangadai firing on anything and everything they can. Action is exploding all over the map, as it does at the 50-minute mark of any game. Eagle Warriors again in the back being annoying. Not quite fast enough to catch these trade carts, but definitely fast enough to catch these villagers. Don't really give two shits about the castle fire with 8 pierce armor, although eventually it will tickle away at that HP enough. Oh, and I pivoted away right before. He must have lost all the villagers here. Or maybe they moved. Oh no, Dravidian two-handed swordsman all chasing one pikeman for some bizarre reason. And now Team South looks like they're about to break out of their contain here. Ratha's moving. Such a good attack round out of our red Mayan, taking out a bunch of HP on these Ratha. Take a look at their HP at what, 60% of what it should be. Mangadai though continuing to snipe anything they can. Oh, he's losing too many siege onagers though. You can't let these bombard cannons with the +1 range start killing your siege. Sorry guys, I'm trying to see if there's any caravanserai here being built by our Hindustani. At this moment, no. That is a very good point, and we've seen them getting one shot by the onagers. Mangadai running away. Why are you running away? Support your teammate here. Snipe this bombard cannon. Oh, who cares? Go in, go in. Blue, how many blue? Oh, no, he's okay. He's got no gold left. Bengalis, together with the Dravidians, inserting themselves in, saying, aha, LOL. Isaac thought at the beginning of the match that these are the two weakest civs in the game. We are going to prove him wrong. We are just going to push into the Bohemian, which, again, one of the strongest gunpowder civs here. But they're going to be met by a welcoming committee of fully upgraded elite Eagle warriors. A castle. How many monks? Only 2 monks left. My god, what an absolute rout to the south here. But two-handed swordsman taking a bunch of attack rounds from basic bitch mangonels. And now it looks like red is moving in here to support, and now it looks like they've been pushed back. Oh my god. What an absolute bonkers game. Also, so many hussars, although again, take a look, 95 HP, 118 on the Mongol one. The problem is there's nothing to take out this castle. What does Team North have to take out this annoying, this poorly placed in their eyes castle? Team South also pushing out here. What's happening in the middle of the map? Purple, for some reason, walling this area off, even though the Bengali is using this area as a route for his Radas. Oh, for sure. Can you imagine? Can you imagine some attack grounds right now with a siege onager here? It would absolutely be deadly. 30 units would just die immediately. Now they are Dravidian champions. They must have Wood Steel. I'm gonna click on one of these eagle. Oh no, I clicked on him, he immediately dies. More and more hussars streaming in. We've entered the trash phase. Finally some siege comes in. Valis, what is your military supply? 21 hand cannoneers and skirmishers. Not exactly the game-ending apocalyptic army you want at this stage of the game, especially not when you're facing off against Mangadai. Elite Mangadai, by the way. 47 kills on this contingent. But slowly but surely, the Dravidian Bengali combo is making its way north. They are leaving a lot of structures behind. I think they probably do better to take out these structures first instead of continuing to push. Although they smell blood in the water, they've come into contact with the trade route of Team North, but they're not attacking it. Where are they going? Where are these Radas going? That gate's gonna close. Okay, never mind. The trade opened up for it. Where are these Radas going? I don't know. Team North here is on fire. The mini map, it looks like there's a counterattack here. Looks like Blue has punched his way through the forest. And now Hindustani hussars, although only 18 of them are streaming north. A random tiger growling in the distance probably doesn't seeing all this wanton destruction. Yeah, elite skirmishers against Eagle Warriors, not exactly what you want, but a big old bombard cannonball to the back of the head definitely will take that Eagle out. 11 Radas in range mode, rather 17, 34, 51 Radas in total for our yellow Bengali, although now more and more backstabs coming. These Mangadai, I think they were hoping to find a trade route. Instead, they find fishing ships, not the most important. I'm shocked that Cambridge is only sticking on 21 Mangadai. Very optimistic mining here by him as well. He needs a lot more Mangadai right now in order to be able to take out their the opponent's trade. But here we go. The natural enemy of the Bengali Rata has appeared. Our Mayan. I'm trying to see if they're... Yeah, these elite skirmishers are here. Let's see if they... Yeah, Hulche Javeliner is being researched. So each one of these guys is firing a second, albeit weaker spear. And these Ratas should melt in the face of, I mean, it's only 11 elite skirmishers, but again, even in melee mode, you'll notice that when I go like this, it's still archer and cavalry archer armor. So very susceptible in melee mode to elite skirmisher attack. And finally, the Mangudai show up. Finally, one of the coolest units in the game, completely underused here by Cambridge, even though he has the high score of his team. Come on, a few attack rounds out of these Mangudai should help a lot. Oh, he flattens an entire row of Portuguese hand cannoneers. And now snipe the camels as the camels focus on the siege. Get your Mangudai in the trade route, but take a look at the mini-map. There is nothing left here for Team North. Their trade has been relocated here to the east. A few houses and adorable elephants with a nice flower at the top of their crest are demolishing every structure under the sun. Yeah, it looks like Team North is starting to fall apart, even though they are doing a good job pushing out into the west here. That's right, the dreaded skirmishers against those Bengali Ratas. Yeah, they absolutely look like they're about to call GG. I'm waiting for somebody on Team North to quit. Grade looks like he's got nothing. He's got one Hofnitsa. Where are you? You're in the middle of the fray here, attacking anything and everything. Okay, looks like the Ratas are dying, actually. Oh my god, I didn't see this many of them. 38 of them in melee mode, 45 of them in total. Hussars should be doing an okay job engaging, especially in these numbers. 50 Hussars, 13 heavy camels. Would have loved to see, first time we've seen it in Hindustani in a while. No Caravanserai, no Imperial Camel. A little bit disappointed. But Mangudai should be able to snipe these. Yeah, they have to turn around and run. They can't engage with this many Mangudai, especially with a siege onager on the way. This castle's still up. Right as I look at it, it falls. And now look at this base. Completely empty. Orange filling it up with Dravidian barracks, pumping out Dravidian champions. 46 Dravidian champions are pushing into Red's base. Teal doing his best to reinforce here, pushing back the tide of Ratas. But not sure that's enough. Stalemate continuing here. I mean, if only Teal had put up a bit of a stronger defense, maybe earlier on in the game, this would look different. But army supply is 2-1. Villager supply is 25% higher for Team South. Teal has barely anything left here. 25 Hussars, 20 camels. Although doing a fantastic job of zoning out the Ratas, what he won't do a good job against is these champions. Even the skirmishers are not going to do a good job against his champions with their 5 armor. Okay. I mean, you can body block. Okay, the camels could do a lot. Remember, one of the many annoying classes of armor for a Rata is cavalry. And these heavy camel riders do plus 18 against cavalry. Unfortunately for them, they're taking on Dravidian champions. Okay, maybe get the elephant snipe. Anyway, purple pushing in here with green, blue holding the tide back as much as he can. But oh no, no one is surprised by the end of this game. Wow. Honestly, I expected a little bit more out of our Hindustani. And this is what I was talking about earlier. All the statistics about civs. Well, take a look at how many 16 stables just in this part of the map alone. Statistics, and this civ wins this percentage. You can quote me all the live long day, but at the end of the day, the Hindustani underperformed here, in my opinion. Bases were absolutely knocked out, and now Team North has been condensed. They have no response. Oh my god, look at this push of Dravidian champions. I said I was going to keep my eye. Look at him. He's so rich. He knows he's going to win so badly. He's even researching banking. I said I was going to keep an eye out on the top left of the screen to see if Woot Steel was being researched. I highly doubt it wasn't. But man, just the clumps of unit. I think Gray seriously overestimated his chances here when he brought the villagers, got all his monks sniped, the entire army overwhelmed, not enough eagles by far. Red did not reinforce with enough numbers. They did hold okay on the west side. On the east side, after the initial aggression here by Gray, it was just a matter of time. They kept going back. The only thing holding Team South back, I think, in the east was, like Bengal was saying, that just a clump of buildings. I mean, look at this, the patches on the ground. This is where all the buildings were. There's so little green space for the units to walk on. It just took so long for them to destroy all the infrastructure. And then I guess once they did, now they're pushing in even more. I absolutely love, by the way, that they're just actually destroying the infrastructure. Last game we saw Purple was left alone. The what was he? Slav was left alone, and he was able to reinforce his team left, right, and center. This game, Orange says absolutely not. I'm just going to demolish all the infrastructure. Moves forward. Let's take a look. What are the units? 324 Rathas. Yeah, only 178. Did anyone get any tribute? Not a lot. Our Hindustani donating a bunch of money to his team. Our Bohemian being on the receiving end. Trade profit also not that great. The game didn't last very long once the trade went up. And let me just catch up on some comment reading. It ain't easy being a Rata. No plumes or Hindu. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, nameless viewer, is that I had higher hopes for the Hindustanis. Again, caravanserai for the trade routes, Imperial camels. They just have so many cool units and upgrades that they've been underperforming as of late. Yeah, maybe that reduction in villager discount, it really does hurt to go from 10% to 5% in the long run, but it's still 20 in Imperial compared to 25. And in Imperial, in theory, you should have your trade up. In any event, it's not. We've been doing this for about 2 hours. Let's look at one more game. Ooh, Vikings. Always love to see those in a team game. Although their team bonus not exactly useful on a map like Black Forest. Oh, what a gross map. Let's see how this turns out. So we got green, teal, blue, and orange. Green, teal, blue, and orange. We'll call this what? Team West? Bear with me, everyone. And then by default, good old default. I mean, I know green is in the northern position, but we'll call this in any event. Team West. What is he starting? Oh, God, we've got the llamas like we were talking about. They're going to be so annoying and loud. Valis as the Turks. I think he already saw a game where he plays the Turk. Andre this time as the Vikings. Ganji as the Bulgarians in blue. And Zastosi this time as the Hindustanis. Okay. Zastosi being the Dravidian last time, right? Or the Bengali. No, I think it was the Dravidian. So hopefully we get to see some fun action out of the Hindustanis. Krill this time as the Saracens. Very finicky civilization. Barles as the Burmese. Rono as the Burgundians. And Samaro as the Incas. Okay, we've got ourselves a good old interesting matchup here. Let's take a look at the map, see how they spawned. Gray spawning opposite of orange. A nice little corridor here for them to fight over. Another corridor here and here to the north and the northwest. So we'll see how they decide to demarcate their territory. A very lush savanna here in the middle of the map. We've got the standard 6 boars with 2,000 food. We've got a bunch of box turtle slash shorefish. 800 food with a big old lake here. We've got gold, we've got stone, we've got even crocodiles. Oh my God, look how scary they look. Are these crocodiles? They look more like alligators to me. I'm not gonna question the developers, but they look more like alligators to me. Yellow. I think crocodiles have a bit of a narrower snout, right? Anyway. Yellow Samaro. What does his base look like? There's a big old empty space to the north and a narrower corridor to the west. Red already here with a scout to help, but no villagers have been sent to help out at all. Boars being pulled, walls going up. Gray managing to wall up pretty successfully here so far. Let's see if orange, again, the Hindustani, reacts, and if he reacts, how he reacts. For now, not really making an issue of it, also leaving this corridor completely open. Purple coming with not only one but two lakes inside his base, so knowing Barles, he'll probably have a lot of fishing ships very soon. And now Yellow being pushed back. He tried to get a wall off here, but Green says, nah, I am not letting you wall off within what is it, spitting distance from my base. If your villager stands on top of that mill, he'll be able to see everything going on in my base. Green absolutely does not want that wall off that close, especially since it looks like he was starting to wall off his berries. Valis saying absolutely not, GTFO. Green laming his deer, though, managing to get a bunch of food. We'll see if any of these villagers actually make it home to drop that food off, though. How much did they manage to get each? About 15. That's not bad. It's about 60 food here or so that they managed to get from these deer that they stole from Valis. So Valis, the Beastmaster, has his food count hindered a little bit. Teal moving forward. Lots and lots of crocodiles out on the map. Taking this bit of a riskier water here. Okay. And other players have agreed to disagree and wall this area off. For team, it's great for Team North because look, they left this corridor completely open. Although Blue deciding to wall this off. Orange pinging, saying, guys, we need to wall off this lush savanna. We can take the resources later, but we definitely need to start walling this part of the map off. Green disagreeing. Teal not giving a shite, instead building houses, has to thread the needle carefully. There's a crocodile to the south, there's a crocodile to the north. Oh yeah, Brian, they're like great white sharks, right? They've been top of the food chain so long, there's absolutely no need for them to evolve. Whereas us, some people I know are still evolving. Boars being pulled here by Ganji, getting all three. Did the boar even manage? Look at that, no damage taken on any of these villagers. You know, there's Beastmaster mode where you take, 3+ boars, in my opinion. And then there's Beastmaster Extraordinaire where you take no damage. Okay, Purple deciding to take the lush area here for himself. This is, by the way, not 6 boars, but 9 boars. This is 3,000 food. Somebody needs to plop down a mill here immediately and start taking it. Oh man, Valis saying, LOL at your attempt to wall off here. More like over here. Brings forward how many? 8 villagers. That is a third of his villager supply over here. Okay, breaks the wall. What's this for? Oh, Yellow has retreated. Has he seen this? He has not seen this. Yellow doesn't know that there's 4 Turkish villagers entering his base. I don't know why I'm whispering. Yellow can't hear me. This game was played days ago. Valis has to be careful, though. He's going to get discovered. Yeah, he's going to get discovered here by this yellow villager. Oh, what a punitive move here by Valis, saying, you tried to lame my deer. I'm going to absolutely lame yours. Although I'm questioning why he didn't collect the meat from them. There's a good amount of meat that 4 villagers could collect. By the way, look at the massive steak he's carrying. Oh my god, imagine that in Wagyu beef. What would that be, like $100,000 worth of beef that this guy's carrying? Absolutely bonkers. Valis retaliatory actions here, taking out, and now Yellow seeing the dead bodies. My goodness, what must he be thinking? Does he care even? This is what, 500 and some odd food that he just lost? Yikes. Valis showing himself to have a bit of teeth in the early part of the game. Walls off again. And now he's moving south. We'll keep an eye on these villagers, see what kind of cheeky, annoying shenanigans they get up to. Let's take a look at our players, see where they are as they start going up to feudal. Everyone already in feudal. Barrels hitting it first. Green, we know what Green's doing. Oh man, he's getting ready for a cheeky little adventure, is Green. Red has no clue what's about to hit him, if anything. By the way, Teal building a interestingly located barracks in the midpoint between his base and Valis's. So this is like the Barstow city between LA and Vegas. demarcating kind of the midpoint. If you've watched Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas, took a minute for me to remember the name of the movie. Barstow plays a very important role there. It is right smack dab in the middle of Bat Country. Teal, though, continuing to expand his civilian population, has taken the lake. Blue doing the exact same thing, still has his original scout. Always nice to see that. And our Hindustani continuing to pump up those cheaper villagers, building a tower here. Wants to bust his way in through the base. Can the tower reach this? Oh man, it's so hard to tell with the orange line. Can actually burned land. Yeah, it's a scorched earth policy here. Oh, look at this. Valis is on a revenge warpath. This is what happens when you take his deer. This is what happens when you try to lame his berries. This is what happens when you tell Valis, I can do better than you in the early stages of the game. He turns around and basically starts annoying the hell out of you. Although, let's take a look at his resources. Running a little bit low. Doesn't even have enough for a lumber camp yet. Although doesn't really care, putting down a secondary stone wall. Oh, you love to see it. Oh, stupid crocodile. You're not going to get the villager. Another tower from our Hindustani player here. This one definitely can reach one more upgrade away from being able to reach Gray's tower. And take a look. Again, it looks like Gray's tower with this line can actually reach at least this gate, but apparently not, since it's not attacking. But it certainly does look like it can reach it. In any event, Red discovering that he's been that there's a great wall of Valis between him and his teammates' base. The good news for Yellow, for Samaro, is that even though Valis has walled him from his opponent, Valis's own teammate is not really helping him out just yet, although a stable is going up for our Viking player. So Knight's probably on the menu for them. Scouts being brought home, no doubt, to help attack, to help annoy. A third level of walls being created, but our Inca wasn't born yesterday, already starting to defend himself here. Has a tower over here. More and more players reaching Castle Age. Samaro, how far away are you? About 30 seconds. Has 4 villagers on stone. Probably would want to get that number up. Okay. Is Red in Castle? Yes, he is. You need a siege workshop yesterday. Instead, going for 2 town center. Our Blue Bulgarian 1, 2, 3 town centers. And what's our Hindustani up to? Continuing the tower push with another tower to the north. This secondary tower. Again, I'm surprised that this one tower can't reach. It looks like it can. But anyway, I'm going to stop repeating myself like a broken record. Our Hindustani's base is very dispersed. Does he have any farms? He does not. I guess he's relying on his fishing fleet to give him the food that he needs. Okay, like I said, take a look. Barrel's taking this one, taking this one. He is probably going to fill it up with so many fishing ships. And now in come the teal units. They are going to be annoying. Samaro needs to get out a castle yesterday. Oh no, he's got no army. A monk coming out. Okay, not bad. A few Kamayuks here would absolutely devastate this, but of course it's way too early in the game for Kamayuks, especially when you've got only 164 stone. Is Red building any siege? Oh my god, Red, what are you doing? Tickling away at the HP of this wall. I wonder if they're slinging Yellow, if they're sending him all the resources they can. This is a lot of idle villagers for him. Barles and Andre making a very strong push into this base. Oh, siege workshop. A mangonel against cavalry? On Samaro must be incredibly confident that he can use this mangonel, or he suspects that there is a mangonel coming to get rid of his town center, so he's building a counter mangonel. I don't know what the logic is. Everyone is in Castle Age except for Valis. Man, Red get out your siege. Get a battering ram, please. The problem is the second these monks step out, they're going to be sniped. There are scout cavalry mixed in here. 2 of them, although they look like they're very, very dead. Yellow, what is he doing? Okay, I don't know that monk upgrades are that important right now. Sanctity. Do you need the extra HP? I mean, it's not an expensive upgrade, but still. Orange. Under attack now by 2 mangonels, 2 monks. To the north of his bay, of this Wolof. Not much happening, but in comes Barles with his first castle. Red, though, my god. He must just be slinging his teammate. Monks coming out, all 3 of them die, but the mangonel did manage to take out a few of these cavalry units. Oh, just not enough here out of yellow. Luckily for him, teal. I was gonna say broke as a joke, but he's got 1,000 gold. What's Valus looking like? A bit more of a balanced economy. This is so annoying to watch, isn't it? Don't you just want to take Rono and grab him by the hand and say, build a siege workshop? Build a freaking siege workshop. Oh my god, why are you building it so far away? Oh man. So Samero getting T90'd here. Remember last week when we started doing Rage Forest that T90 just could not catch a break, kept getting 2v1'd over and over and over again. These archers can go in here. There's the Wolof is not complete. Actually, you know what, with this cavalry gone, no, never mind, there's more cavalry here. I was saying the villagers can make an expedition to get that mangonel. Oh, this is so annoying. Now he's walling it off. Look, I don't know what kind of discussions they've had between red and yellow, but this is not. This is a, let's put it like this. This is an interesting way to play it. Yellow has just been completely abandoned. This is like the beginning of a zombie apocalyptic movie when someone catches the virus and they immediately get sent into quarantine. Yellow finds out what happens when you fuck around with Valus's deer and his berries. The man does not take kindly to people messing around with his berries. And now he's been completely walled off by his team. What is red building? Absolutely nothing. A monk. A monk in a dream. Okay, but Samero here, he needs a castle. If he can just get Kamayuks up, it'll be a game changer. I'm surprised that none of his teammates, although they are pretty stone-starved as well, especially with Barles pushing out with 2 castles. If they could just give him enough stone, he should be able to get that castle up. Look at this labyrinth of structures here. Gray and orange not engaging into each other, continuing to grow their economies. What do the fishing ships look like for our purple Burmese? Not great. A Rambai coming out, 20% base accuracy is absolutely abysmal, but they do 12 damage for everything they hit. Okay, this is probably the best that Samero could have hoped for. If Valus, instead of placing the castle here, had placed it somewhere in his base, there's no way Samero could engage into these cavalry units with any Kamayuks. But now, Valus has blown his stone count. And what is Teal's stone count? Only 273. Uh-oh. Will the castle go up? Send all your villagers, not just 5. Oh no. 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89. These oh no, they don't see it. They don't see it. Oh, how sour is that? 1 tile away. Now they see it. Now it is firing arrows onto their faces. No murder holes, of course, but come on, produce Kamayuks. Kamayuks all the live long day. I wouldn't say poor Samero. He poked the bear and he found out what happens when you poke the bear. The bear fights back, cuts you off from your encampment, and then spends the rest of the game trying to destroy you or ram by moving and getting a few good kills on these villagers from Ganji. But again, what is our Hindustani doing? Absolutely no army. What is this defensive castle? Where are you placing that castle? Oh, look at this. They cut Samero off like you do, like they did in the, you know, in the wars. Somebody gets gangrene and gets shot in the arm. They have to amputate it. They are amputating Yellow from the game. Yellow has been left alone, although Red is an Imperial. Red could very easily cut a path through this forest and Yellow could escape. The problem is, escape with what? He's got 28 villagers and nothing else. In any event, let's pivot to the other parts of the map. We've got Gray pushing in with a Saracen castle. Any Mamalukes out of him yet? No, they are incredibly expensive. Oh man, upgrades going bonkers. Paladin for our red player, Onager for our red player. Gray going up to Imperial off the back of very few villagers, only 81. On the other side of the map, 2 players going up to Imperial. Onager upgrade for our blue Bulgarian. I keep coming back to that base, but now we've got some big old chunky Burgundian Cavaliers. He is an Imperial, did not want to get that upgrade in Castle Age like the Burgundians can. And now Barrow's cutting himself a path through the wall off. This is where the map basically turns into Arabia, right? And now Red is in trouble. His entire offensive force is busy trying to damage the Viking base, while he's taking a bunch of damage here from these Janissaries. Is he controlling one relic? Atlas, I like your attitude. You're looking on the positive side of things. Absolutely, he's controlling one relic. Also slowly getting his villager count. Look, last game, the Hindustani was basically out of the game, down to 6 villagers. And then his team ended up winning. Paladins moving forward. Valis has to retreat 100%, although he's going to have to engage into a choke point here. Villager dies. Yeah, this is a good move here by our Green Turk. We'll be able to shell away at these Paladins. Paladins have to move around a little bit more. This is why I said build a freaking siege workshop. Build a siege workshop, but he did. He's very far away. And now the HP on these is absolutely damaged. More and more players going up to Imperial. Everyone is Imperial except for our yellow Incan, who now feels confident enough. He thinks that the other team has forgotten about him, can't put up another town center. He's not doing too bad, actually. 37 villagers. His resources are absolutely terrible. Needs a market, perhaps, but our green player establishing himself, ensconcing himself into this part of the map. Still has a bunch of feudal age archers, but let's take a look at the other side of the map. Rambai moving forward. Blue getting sideswiped. Teal pinging over here saying, guys, I see something. Do you guys not see with this green outpost that there is a path of attack being carved here? Oh god, an inflow. 29 paladins. Oh, maybe not. Attack upgrades not exactly complete yet. Instead of investing in stone mining upgrades. Okay. Market going up for him as well. Finally, an Onager here should be able to zone out these Janissaries, but now blue is under attack. Clumping up Hussars, not a good response to these Arambai. The last thing you want to do against 15 attack elite Arambai is clump your units. This is going to go very bad for blue. Oh god, loses one. Remember, their attack does not change. There's no upgrade in the game that increases it except from going basic to elite. No range, no melee. They stick on a 12, they stick on a 15. But my god, doing 15 damage every time your darts miss. Man, purple clashing into the side of blue's base. Orange again. What is orange doing? Bombard cannons. Chattagny augmented hand cannoneers with +2 range. In my opinion, one of the deadliest upgrades in the game. Now green looks like he's under attack by this column of paladins. Okay, yellow has survived long enough to see his team backstabbing to the left, backstabbing to the right. Berserkers making their way over here, but against paladins, okay, maybe they surround them, what, 15-4? Maybe they have a chance. How are the upgrades on these guys yet? Still dog shit attack upgrades. Yeah, why are you not investing in attack upgrades? Still have 2 more to go. Yellow slowly expanding his base. 3 town centers. Even Yellow has more attack upgrades than Red. Oh no. Orange pushing his way into here. But take a look at Barl's infrastructure as it just juts out into the center of the map. And again, you don't want to clump up your Hussars like this. Look how quickly they'll die. Multiple of them. Oh my god, it's so gross. You never ever clump against a Rambi. Oh my god, lesson learned. How quickly did those freaking Hussars die? 51 kills on these Arambi. Oh, how quickly did they melt? 2 or 3 at a time, and now Team North pushing out our Hindustani. But his teammate in trouble here, investing a little bit too much perhaps into fishing ships. 41 fishing ships. But here we go. We've got Siege trying to make a dent, but again, the Siege is clumped. Oh, never clump. Never ever clump against the Arambi. Red inserting himself into the base here. Paladins have apparently done enough damage to Valus's base that he feels comfortable enough to move out, especially when he sends a scouting paladin here to see what green has left. He's probably going to sacrifice these paladins. Oh, what a wall off here. He knew he wasn't going to make it on time, so he makes a gate. He makes an absolute fantastic gate. That is one of the coolest things I've ever seen when players do that. They know their villager can't reach it to build a wall, so they build a gate from 3 tiles away. Blue pinging here saying, hey, Viking, you got a bunch of Burgundian paladins around. Oh, look at that. Yellow has army supply. This is his entire army. Kamayuks. Are there any cavalry units to take advantage of that attack bonus? +8 against cavalry? Not yet. Not yet, but he's up to 69 villagers for all you perverts out there. Red continuing to backstab into Blue's base, into Teal's base. He's being so annoying with these paladins. The problem is I don't think he's getting game-ending damage done. I don't think he... Okay, let's see the Janissaries see the Onager. They run away. Now the Bombards are under attack. He's going to lose both of them. These paladins have to retreat. Oh god, he hit more of his paladins than he did of the Janissaries. And now the Janissaries should absolutely stand and fight and take this. Not too sure why he's retreating. He's just giving the red units more space to go around his Janissaries. Choke point all the live long day. Red is doing a lot of damage. The problem is for Team North. Oh god. Oh god. So much damage being done. The problem for Team North is that Valus is also making an issue of it. How many Rambi does he have? 51. 1 converted Conic. Speaking of the Conic, where the hell is our blue Bulgarian? What is he building? He is building Hussars. Not a bad idea here. A lot of siege onagers. Orange pushing into Gray's base. Will he send reinforcements north? Apparently not. What is he building? Cav archers, hand cannoneers, bombard cannons. So he is building a pretty devastating army. These Saracen Mamelukes have to run away. One of my favorite units in the game, but my goodness. They absolutely cannot close the distance with these 9 range hand cannoneers, although maybe they can. Maybe they can. Just let them kill. Let them kill. Oh, man. An incredible bloody war of attrition here. Not sure any side here took the better fight, although I say that, but a lot of Mamelukes died. They are in a ridiculously expensive unit. Our Berserkers doing what the Vikings do best, which is raiding. And they are now in the back of Red's base, returning the favor. Red immediately realizes that the corridor he established is now being used against him. Yellow! Yellow! What the hell is this? He is... Excuse me, I didn't mean to cough right into your ears. Lots and lots of infrastructure. He's got a shit ton of food. Needs to get the gold count up. Would do well to get a few cash infusions from his teammates. Why are these Hussars moving so slow? Or is that just me? I feel like these Hussars are moving super slow. Yeah, they're getting nothing done against Red. Purple has basically inserted himself into now Teal's base, and the Vikings paying the price for the raiding. They absolutely, with these few numbers, cannot stand up against so many elite Arambi. 95 kills. You know, you might think a unit with 20% accuracy wouldn't do that well. Oh, I heard the telltale sign that somebody's an Imperial. Welcome to the party. Let's see how he manages to push out here, if at all. Rams. But take a look. Valis, not his first game, immediately had a right, not immediately, but had a outpost here, and now he's discovering this part. Oh, this is where he's getting his gold. Okay, Green dropping the ball a little bit here, although has stabilized. Red is no longer attacking him. Red is busy gunning down, chasing down, and knocking over these villagers that are trying to escape. More and more paladins, but Gray has been dislodged. Is Team North going to do this? Or is Team South going to do this? I still have no clue. The scores are incredibly close, but it does look like Team North is taking it a little bit. And now our Turk turns his attention onto our Incan. Good upgrades on these Incas. I don't think they really need the armor upgrades, especially against a unit as powerful as the Turkish Janissary. Focus more on the attack, but yeah, you can't clump like this. Uh-oh, now Yellow's in trouble. Yellow's in a bit of trouble here. Doesn't really have the resources. Building 22 elite skirmishers would have probably needed a few more minutes. Blue throwing away a lot of Hussars. Orange, though, in full attack mode, crashing into the side of Barles' base. So Barles is having done to him exactly what he did to his opponent here. And yet again, we find ourselves with an absolute crazy banger of a game. Orange pinging over here saying, I am about to slam into the side of the Burmese base. Blue, get your ass over here. Blue complies, sends his Hussars. His base basically undefended. Oh no, never mind. Has what, 27 Hussars? But this is the real story. Let's see how well our Incan does against so many Janissaries. Not elite yet. Bombard towers being researched. I wonder if that's going to be playing a role here. Red has to break into here immediately. Red has to send some paladins. Does he even have any left? 28 paladins left. He is fighting the incursion here with paladins, with hand cannoneers. These Hussars don't stand a freaking chance. They are going to melt away. But because of that, the North is now exposed. No military here. Look at this. Look at this absolute Bulgarian army. Orange continuing to move in, but now we've got paladins. I said send them to help Yellow. Instead, he sends them to try to take out, but there's just way too much orange here. Way too much firepower, especially with the hand cannoneers on the high ground. Oh, what an absolute terrible engage here for Red. Gray relocating his villagers here, relocating his villagers here. And now Yellow looks like he's about to fall apart. Oh, if he only built... Oh yeah, your mom, an absolute waste of Hussars. If he only built his archery ranges here and didn't reveal himself so early, he could have amassed an army of a lot of elite skirmishers. Instead, though, now this castle is gonna fall. Now Yellow is basically dead. Has not taken the opportunity. Red has not opened up a safe passage corridor through the forest for him. Oh no, Yellow dead, and now with Yellow probably goes Team East. Man, these hand cannoneers out of our Hindustani. Now they're getting the trade, but a castle goes up right in their face. Does he notice? He notices, not really. Okay, good clump up on the orange hand cannoneers. Go and get them. Okay. Oh my god, guys, take a look at the mini-map. Everything is on fire. Everything is pinging white, white, white. To the left, to the north, to the 12 o'clock position. Oh my god, I don't know which part of the map to look at first. Hussars moving in. Atlas, I love the passive aggressive wall off. Okay, not a shock. Not a shock to anyone watching. Wow, what a crazy game. Oh my god, man, did they isolate Yellow. I think Yellow revealed himself a little bit too early to this outpost from Green. He built as close as he could to the wood line, but unfortunately he went too much with the farms and the archery ranges. Probably would have been better to stick around here and cut the lumber here, make room for farms here. Let's see what the hell's going on in the map. Hussar is taking on Castle. I mean, Barles this whole game was putting on pressure. Take a look at his score. 2,000. I want to see how many kills he had. Really? Only 66 cav archers. That's the highest produced unit? Interesting. I want to take a look at the kill count here for Barls. Only 460. I mean, it's still the highest, but I thought it would definitely be in the 600-700 range. Yeah, Yellow was basically playing like T90. Remember that first cast of Rage Forest that I did? T90 was just absolutely getting double teamed left, right, and center. He could not catch a break. Guys, take a look at the minimap. I don't know if you're watching this. If you're watching this on a bigger screen like a computer or TV or whatever, look at all the flare-ups. We've got everything from houses to lumber camps to actual town centers and castles and hussars. Oh my, being attacked. It looks like our Viking player has been completely dislodged. Luckily for him, the other team GG'd. Otherwise, it looks like Purple was on the verge of eliminating Andre. That would have been something to watch. You know, an eye for an eye. Yellow gone, but also Teal gone. But my God, if you take away anything from this game, if you listen to anything I'm saying, if my opinion means anything to you, never, ever mess around with Valus's deer. Because, my goodness, has he got a temper on him immediately after he noticed that his deer was lamed. My God, did he try to destroy Yellow, and he destroy him. He did at the end. Took 53 minutes, but the job was done. GG. And I think we're going to end the cast here. 3 hours is a good amount of time to talk and cast. Thank you to everyone who joined. Tomorrow, the exact same time. I think I'll start doing 2 streams a day starting next weekend. Probably Saturday and Sunday. One in the earlier in the day, probably 7 hours before this one. So that, you know, people don't have to watch this at like 1 or 2 in the morning. But in any event, what an absolute... how many games did we see, by the way? I think only 4 today, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, because 2 of them went over an hour. Never, ever try to take Barles's deer. Never, guys. Absolutely. If you take anything away from this game, it's absolutely that. GG to everyone playing. My goodness, what a what an interesting game this one was. Yellow ensconcing himself into a nice little corner here, a nice little nook, but got a little bit too big for his britches, although he does have 44 elite skirmishers. Where the hell are they? 5 in here, 4 in it. Why are they still garrisoned? I don't know what the hell Yellow's doing. In any event, thank you so much for everyone, to everyone who joined in, who commented, who watched the video. Remember to please like, subscribe, help me out with that algorithm, that infamous YouTube algorithm. And yeah. Brian, I hope you're fully recovered. Your mom, thank you so much for the kind words. And good night, everybody. And I'll see you guys if you can. Will be wonderful to see everyone tomorrow. I think tomorrow we're going to go and do a deathmatch game. I've downloaded a bunch of what look like to be some fun 1v1s, 2v2s, and 3v3s. So should be a lot of fun tomorrow. In any event, good night. And I'll see everyone same bat time, same bat channel. And yeah, way to go, Barls, on this one. Oh my God, I'm gonna say it again. Do not fuck with Valus's early game deer, because my God, have we seen that he has a temper, and my goodness, will he just do anything he can to exact revenge on you. And yeah, you do not want to be on the receiving end of the Beastmaster's ire. Let's put it like that. Good night, everyone. Thanks for joining. I'll see everyone tomorrow.